And we welcome you to Erickson Hall on the campus of Waubonsee Community College in beautiful Sugar Grove as we bring you Chiefs basketball. Tonight it's a doubleheader. The women and the men will be taking on the Lancers from the College of Lake County. Hello again, everybody, and welcome alongside Sports Information Specialist here at Waubonsee, Steve Moga. My name is Mark Kruger. We're so glad to have you with us here tonight for Chiefs basketball. And Steve, first off, it's Jim Williams Ball Club's second meeting against the Lancers. Took one on the chin against Lake County earlier in the season, trying for a little payback tonight.
Yeah, up at Grays Lake, they played right with the Lancers for the first quarter, and then the Chiefs went completely flat in the second and third quarters. Next thing you know, you look up, you're down by 20. They lost by 20. Just not a great night to remember for Waubonsee up there in Grays Lake. The men lost in double overtime that night as well. It was just a tough night for Chiefs basketball all the way around. But Waubonsee looking to get on track here tonight, get maybe a little home cooking, a little revenge here against the Lancers. The key, though, is to stop Kyla Collins, that's for sure.
Averaging, 25 points per game for the Lancers?
26.5, actually, Mark. She's second in the nation in scoring right now, trailing only McHenry County's Alyssa. Well, now I forgot Alyssa's name, but Alyssa Iverson. I'm sorry. Alyssa Iverson leads the country at 27.1 points per game, and so she's right behind her.
Very special night tonight as well. It is sophomore night, and for more on that, let's go to our public address announcer. Here is George Fate.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Erickson Hall on the campus of Waubonsee Community College in the heart of Sugar Grove for tonight's Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference matchup between the Lancers of the College of Lake County and our Waubonsee Chiefs. Ladies and gentlemen, with this being one of our last regular season home games, we'd like to take a moment to recognize and say thank you to all of our sophomore student athletes who have represented Waubonsee Community College in such a positive manner. Our first sophomore is number 32, Jocelyn Jefferson. She's escorted by Janice Thomas. She also plays volleyball. Her major is athletic training with a minor in coaching, and she's undecided right now what school she wants to transfer to. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for number 32, Jocelyn Jefferson. Our next sophomore is number 30, Marissa Van Wy. Marissa is escorted by her mom, Jennifer, and her dad, Jason. She also plays soccer. Her sister, Alexis, played basketball for Waubonsee Community College 2 years ago. She's majoring in architecture, and right now is undecided what school she wants to go to, but will be transferring to a four-year college or university. Ladies and gentlemen, number 30, Marissa Van Wy. And our third sophomore is number 15, Katie Shockey. She's escorted by her mom, Kim Redditor. She also plays softball. She's majoring in business and will attend the University of Central Florida. We can see how smart she is getting out of the Chicago weather. Congratulations, Katie Shockey. Our next sophomore is number 14, Ryan Tomza. She's escorted by her mom, Laura, and her father, Jeff. She's also a volleyball player here at Waubonsee Community College. She will play volleyball somewhere next season with an accounting major. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Ryan Tomza. Our next sophomore is number 13, Essence Rayford. She's escorted by her dad, Stan, and her mother, Catherine Rayford. Essence tied the record for most points in a game with 40. She will major in sports management and be a finance major. Her school is also undecided, but she does plan on going on to a four-year college or university. Ladies and gentlemen, number 13, Essence Rayford. Our next sophomore, number 33, Tatiana Smith. She is escorted by her mother, Chantel, and her father, Melvin. Tatiana will attend Northern Illinois University, where she will major in Sports Management. Ladies and gentlemen, number 33, Tatiana Smith. And our next sophomore is number 21, Katie Beebe. She's escorted by her mom, Sherry, and her dad, who's also an assistant coach, Dave Beebe. She also plays softball for Waubonsee. She'll play basketball and softball and major in criminal justice at Roosevelt University next year. Katie set records for most rebounds in games and blocks and is all-time leader in blocks at Waubonsee Community College. Ladies and gentlemen, number 21, Katie Beebe. And then we'd also would like to recognize our student assistant, Emma Bolin. Emma also plays softball for Waubonsee Community College.
So there you have the sophomores posing for pictures here. Well done. Let's go back to George Fate here.
All of our sophomore student athletes, we thank them for their effort and all their hard work and the positive way in which they've represented Waubonsee Community College and their families. Now we ask you to remain on the court. Everybody, if you would please stand, kindly remove your cap for the playing of our national anthem, which was pre-recorded by the West Aurora High School Gospel Choir. Once again, thank you to the West Aurora High School Gospel Choir for that beautiful rendition of our national anthem.
That was longer than Mariah Carey at Super Bowl 48.
And now for this evening's starting lineups. First for the Lancers of the College of Lake County. They enter tonight's game with an overall record of 16 wins and 11 losses, and 3 wins and 5 losses in Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference play. At guard, a 5'3" sophomore out of Antioch High School, number 10, Taylor Feltner. At center, a 5'9" sophomore from North Chicago, number 12, Kyla Collins. At guard, a 5'7" freshman out of Antioch, number 15, Caitlin Stay. At forward, a 5'7" freshman from Round Lake, number 20, Emily Etherington. And at guard, a 5'5" sophomore out of Warren, number 24, Camille Cuevas. The Lancers are coached by John Bongiorno. And now the starting lineup for our Waubonsee Chiefs. Waubonsee enters tonight's contest with an overall record of 12 wins and 15 losses, and 4 wins and 5 losses in Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference play. At guard, a 5'5" sophomore out of Aurora West, number 13, Essence Rayford. At guard, a 5'5" sophomore from Newark, number 14, Ryan Tomza. At guard, a 5'6" sophomore out of Geneva, number 15, Katie Shockey. At forward, a 6-foot sophomore out of Oswego, number 21, Katie Beebe. And at forward, a 5'10" sophomore out of Aurora Central Catholic, number 33, Tatiana Smith. The Chiefs are coached by Jim Williams, assisted by Carla Beatinghoff and Dave Beebe. The student assistant is Emma Bolin. Our athletic trainer here at Waubonsee Community College is Katrina Hager, and the athletic manager, Miss Dana Wagner. Tonight's basketball officials, Miss Rhonda Mount, Mr. Derek McAuliffe, and Mr. Eric Mandley.
Well, without a doubt, the best introductions in the area, huh, Steve? That was awesome.
Been working on that a little bit here and there all season, Mark, and give a lot of credit to Tim Batustak and Lauren Vizzello, the 2 facilities coordinators, for kind of getting that situated. And it's only going to get bigger and better as time goes on.
Beebe and Collins jump setter controlled by the Lancers, and we are off and running here in Sugar Grove here.
Good ball movement here by the Lancers right from the outset.
May have heard George Fate, the announcer, our PA announcer. Our officials, Rhonda Mont, Eric Manley, and Derek McCullough. Rebound there by Collins.
Very familiar with Derek McCullough and Rhonda Mont. They've both been here quite a few times over the years.
Veteran officials, very good officials, by the way. The shot by Kyla Collins is good.
And that's what she does. She can score inside, she can score outside, Mark. She rebounds the basketball well. She's 3rd in the country in rebounds per game as well at 12.6. Beebe, as we mentioned, leads the country in rebounding at 15.7 boards per game. As there you see Beebe just missing the inside shot. But Collins is number 2 in points, as we mentioned, and she's right up there in rebounding as well. Just a key player for these Lancers.
She had 22 points in Lake County's loss on Tuesday to McHenry. 78-62 was the final in that one. McHenry leading the conference, undefeated in league play at 9-0. T. Smith brings it out. They work it around the perimeter now. Rayford to Smith, and Smith hits the jumper.
Kind of surprised T at first. Kind of caught that ball real close to her body, but was able to get the shot up and in.
Nice.
Well, you mentioned, sorry, Mark, you mentioned those standings. McHenry, as we mentioned at the very outset of the broadcast, led by Alyssa Iverson, who was the leading scorer in the country at 27.1 points per contest. As Caitlin Stay with that long 3 in the corner.
Buries the triple. The Lancers now, as Smith tries to return the favor. She cannot. Long rebound, loose ball, and Rayford comes up with it for the Chiefs. Rayford ahead to Smith. Nice pass, and it's knocked out of bounds by Camille Cuevas. Chiefs ball here, 15 on the shot clock, just underway here in Sugar Grove. Mark Kruger, Steve Mogan, our entire crew. First of 2 tonight.
Discussion there by the officials. That's Derek McCullough on the left, Ron on the right. Pass along quick congratulations to her son Logan, who just committed to play football at Central College out in Iowa. A West Aurora graduate, or soon to be graduate, I should say. Pretty good football player and baseball player, and he's even on the basketball team over at West Aurora as well. And, you know, that I think is a common theme here. We saw with our pregame here today, Mark, with all the ladies here being recognized, our sophomores, how many of them were multi-sport athletes? Almost every single one.
Yeah.
Jocelyn Jefferson plays volleyball as well as basketball. Marissa Van Wy is also a soccer player. Katie Shockey is also a softball player. Ryan Thompson is also a volleyball player. Katie Beebe also a softball player. Even our team manager, Emma Bolin, plays for the softball team as well as helping out here. So you understand what a time commitment it is to play at the collegiate level and with your studies. And a lot of these young ladies even have part-time jobs on top of it. And then to have another sport that they play as well. I mean, they're constantly on the go year-round. It takes quite a bit of dedication and commitment on and off the court to be able to do both or do all 3 things.
You saw Camille Cuevas bury a triple to make it 8-2 in favor of the visiting Lancers.
You know, the other part of that too, Mark, they have social lives too. You and I, we don't have social lives anymore. They even have social lives in the middle of all that.
Lancers turn the ball over here to the Chiefs.
When they're not playing basketball or soccer or volleyball or softball.
Well, I think that's great too that the head coaches accept that too, that they are multi-sport athletes, because a lot of times, you know, you just want them to focus on one sport. But here at Waubonsie, they encourage to be a multiple sport athlete, don't they? Here?
You get so much specialization these
Right.
days, and you don't get the well-rounded student athletes as much as you used to. And that's one thing, though, here at Waubonsie. Certainly encourage them to be involved with things, and they do become much more well-rounded on and off the court.
Great interior move there by Collins, but she missed the lay-in, and the Chiefs turn it over at the other end. So it'll be Lake County ball here.
Yeah, Essence Rayford trying to force that one down to Katie Shockey. Threw it a little too high.
Essence averaging over 17 points per game. Leading scorer for the Chiefs this season. There's a turnover and a steal by Beebe. Rayford quickly ahead here. She'll spot up and take the triple. Back of the iron, no good.
Boy, that looked like it was right on the money, just a little long.
Long rebound to Feltner. Into the corner, Stay looking for her second triple, and she hits it.
Yeah.
Timeout by Jim Williams here with 5:53 to go.
J-Dub has seen enough. Jimmy Williams will take a 30-second timeout. You mentioned the standings, by the way, Mark, and McHenry being in first, Moraine Valley second at 5-2. Waubonsie 4-5, Lake County 3-5, Morton also 3-5, and Elgin 1-8. But some of the other games tonight, Moraine is at Elgin tonight. And you've also got Morton and McHenry, who are both idle because of Prairie State and Oakton not fielding teams here this second semester. So those schools are idle tonight. So it's just the two games in women's action. And men's action, obviously 4 games going on tonight. But you see it because of that, it's kind of staggered where McHenry's already played 9 games and Moraine's only played 7. Waubonsie's played 9, but a couple other schools have only played 8. They'll eventually all catch up to each other and play an even amount number of games.
John Bongiorno is the head coach of the Lake County Lancers.
And John does everything by himself, by the way. He does not have an assistant coach.
That
which is kind of unique these days. That is tough.
So he also probably drives the bus the way over here, huh?
Well,
I hope not. Shot missed there by Collins.
Well, you're a head coach at the junior college level. You're used to doing a lot of things yourself, though. Not always driving the bus, but sometimes they do. And
Thompson missed the 3.
of course, the College of Lake County, their new athletic director, Brad Unger. I say new just in the last few months. Congratulations to Coach Unger, who was the former Waubonsie head baseball coach here. He was the 3rd baseball coach in the history of the program after the late Bill Prince started it, and Dave Randall was head coach for 37 years, and Brad was the head coach here for 5, and now Rodney Lopez will start this spring as his first season as head coach for Chiefs baseball. They'll get going in mid-March. Can you believe it, with all the snow we had out there today? It's baseball and softball right around the corner, Mark.
Yeah.
A month from now, they'll both be in action. Actually, the ladies actually get going before that even. So a couple of these young ladies here who are also softball players, they've been practicing in between going to basketball practice and games as well.
Collins gets the return pass, and she gets her second lay-in of the night, and a good start here for the Lancers here. They lead it 13-2.
Yeah, the Chiefs just kind of stymied on offense, a little flat offensively. This is what they looked like in the second and third quarters up at Lake County.
Deflected off the fingertips of Collins. It will remain Chiefs basketball here.
So we started to mention softball, and Kristen Corning's softball team will be in action actually beginning the last weekend of February. February 28th there at St. Ambrose University to play their JV in the Dome out there in Davenport, Iowa, and then they'll head to Florida on March 13th, start a week-long trip down there in Central Florida.
Caitlin Stay with the personal foul, and off the T. Smith missed three. Katie Shockey got the offensive rebound, so she now is at the line, hits the first, and Katie will have another one here. Boy, yeah, the big leagues, pitchers and catchers have already reported, right?
I do believe they did. Some teams certainly have.
Yeah. Malia Perry into the game here, Steve. Now, I was told by our crew that I'm only allowed to give you 30 seconds to tell us why the White Sox are going to be so good this year. Boy, they were busy in the offseason, weren't they?
They really were busy. They will be an
gotta
improved
tell you,
team.
yeah, they no question about it.
I still think they're a year away to being really competitive, Mark, and you saw that with our other Chicago team, the Chicago Cubs, when they did their rebuild.
Yeah,
it took a little while, but once
yeah.
they took off, boy, they were in business, and they've been competing right there for a division title ever since.
Smith couldn't quite get that three ball. Boy, that rolled around the rim and almost went down. Yeah. I got to tell you, though, Steve, to be honest with you, I'm still a little soured with with that thing with the Astros. And
oh, boy, I knew you were going to bring that up.
It's going to take some time for me to get back into good graces with Major League Baseball.
Well, it should take time for them to get in your good graces.
Yeah, right. Collins got fouled. Kyla will shoot a pair here.
Yeah, there was some discussion about that today. I think some of the players finally came out to talk about it publicly.
Yep.
Just not a very good situation there at all. But how about the expanded playoff format that they're considering? What do you think of that?
I like it.
There's some parts of it I like, some parts I didn't.
Yeah.
The season already lasts way too long.
Well, that's
let's add another round.
Yeah.
My thought was let's start playing Sunday doubleheaders like they used to do, so that you shorten the season by a couple of weeks, and then we're not playing the World Series in November. Think about a November World Series here in Chicago. It'll be snowing.
Yeah.
Or it'd be just brutally cold. That's not the weather you want to be playing championship baseball games in. So my other thought was, why don't you turn it into, there you go, Rayford with a long three. My other thought was, why don't you turn it into like they do with the Super Bowl, and it's at one site, and it's a nice warm weather site, and you get some cities to bid on that, and it becomes a week-long or 10-day event. Extravaganza. The World Series is at a neutral site, and it's there for the entire thing. And you only have a day or two off in between. You just keep playing.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea.
That was just one of my thoughts, but no one really cares what I think.
Here's a three-ball attempt by Collins, and she hits from the top of the key.
There you go. You can see, Mark, like I said, she can score from the inside. She scores outside. She rebounds the basketball. She handles the ball well. Nothing seriously flashy. She just plays hard and just gets after it, plays pretty good defense as well. Just a solid player from North Chicago.
10-point lead as she poked it out of bounds. It will remain Chiefs basketball here. Yeah, Collins already with 8 points so far with 2:21 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, you take her 8 points off there, and it's a completely different game, right?
Yeah. 4 10-minute quarters on the women's side. Oh, look at that three ball. Wow, a high arching shot by Perry.
Well, Malia's just gotten more and more confidence as the season's gone along. She sat out some games the very beginning or end of December, beginning of January, and since she's come back, she's really asserted herself offensively because she is a good shot, Marcus. She wasn't taking those shots a lot of times early in the year. You're timid freshman, so to speak, and she's not timid anymore, and she's been hitting those the last few games. It's just another offensive addition to this team that they really need to have another scoring threat.
Rayford missed the shot. Chiefs get another opportunity here. The turnaround by Beebe is no good, but she was hammered on the arm. So she will come to the line here. Collins with the foul. That is her first.
Yeah, Kyla Collins coming across to help try and double team, and BB turned and spun right into her and went up and drew the contact. BB in the Chiefs' last game, a 30-point effort, 30 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks in that contest. As you mentioned at the outset when George Fate was reading things, she is the Chiefs' all-time leader in block shots. She also holds the single game record for block shots and rebounds in Waubonsie's women's basketball history, and she's climbing the ladder slowly but surely here in rebounding. She probably won't get it because she missed 6 games due to illness there. She missed pretty much every game in December. But she's going to still, her name's going to be imprinted on the record books pretty good.
How about Caitlin Stay burying her 3rd triple of the quarter? She's got 9. And the lead is 8. Alyssa Gittins into the game, number 5. As that 3 ball is off the mark that time by Thompson.
Kind of a short, it was short by Ryan. She really didn't get her legs under her to get rid of that shot, and I think she was surprised she was that open. She decided she was going to shoot it.
Back to Katie Beebe, criminal justice major, going to head to Roosevelt University. Pull-up jumper, that one is good by Camille Cuevas. Boy, the Lancers shooting very well from the perimeter here in this opening quarter. Again, the 3 ball by Perry. That one left a little bit short. Tapped around and into the hands of Etherington.
Pretty quick shot there by Malia, but you see the difference in the shot clock and the game clock in the lower right corner, about 6 seconds. So the Chiefs maybe will get the ball back here for one more shot, but certainly need to get it to double or single digits here at the end of the quarter if you can.
3 ball from that corner is off. Gittins got the rebound. Still plenty of time here for the Chiefs. Rayford gets the loose ball, whips it to Gittins, and she couldn't quite handle it. Feltner now, 2-on-1 situation, bounce passes it to Collins, puts up the tough shot, Perry with the rebound, and the final seconds winding down, and that's the end of the first quarter here from Erickson Hall in Sugar Grove. The Chiefs trailing by 10 to the visiting Lancers from the College of Lake County.
Collins wanted a foul on that last play, Mark, but she had the ball down low, below her waist, and in essence, Rayford kind of tied her up as she went up with that. And no call, but still the 10-point lead here at the end of the quarter. You see some of the players there with the T-shirts there, Mark. They have their back. There's Marissa Van Wy has her back to the camera there. And it's MS Awareness Night here tonight at Waubonsie. It's Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Night. And they're wearing those T-shirts in honor of Diane Robinson, who was the mother of men's head coach Lance Robinson, who was stricken with MS and passed away in 2014. And in honor of her tonight and all those impacted by MS, the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, they're accepting cash donations here at the door for admission to the games. All those proceeds, of course, go to MS awareness and research. And they'll have a few of those T-shirts I think they're going to pass out here and there, but a lot of the student athletes have them already. And they have the Chiefs logo on the front. On the back, it says 2020 MS Awareness. Also, it has the hashtags Dream to Discover You, which is a nonprofit organization which is in Danville, Indiana, which is Coach Robinson's hometown, and also hashtag Mamba Mentality, referring to Kobe Bryant, the former NBA legend who died tragically here not too long ago in a helicopter crash, who Coach Robinson and his mother both met back in 2013. And Coach Robinson always one of his favorite players, Kobe Bryant. So that's what's on the back of those shirts, and a few people wearing those around here. Look pretty good. Of course, I've got one too.
Great cause. By the way, in that first quarter, the Lancers were 5 of 8 from behind the arc. Chiefs just 2 of 10, and they continue the hot shooting. Taylor Feltner bearing the triple here early on in the second quarter.
I sometimes wonder, Mark, if it's when you come to obviously you're coming to a court that you're not familiar with, per se, if you are Lake County, how much of a difference it makes, though, in the setting, because at Lake County it's a giant field house, so there is a lot of space behind the north end basket, and there's quite a bit of space behind their south end basket as well, even though there is a wall there. So your depth perception is completely different there than it is here. I have a feeling the way the surroundings are here, that basket looks a lot closer to them than it does when they're at home even.
We touched on the first meeting in Grays Lake as Rayford took it to the hoop. She was fouled by Feltner. She'll shoot two. That was back on January 21st. It was a 20-point win for the Lancers. 65-45 was the final in that one. Rayford to the line here to shoot two.
Yeah, and again, that game up in Grays Lake, the Chiefs were right in that. The first quarter, I believe Waubonsee, as memory serves me correctly, they were ahead 16-14. And then the roof caved in after that. The Chiefs managed just 15 points over the next two quarters and headed into the fourth quarter down 20. And it remained that way in the final score. It just went flat for half the game. They couldn't score and just struggled offensively.
Collins from the free throw line, no good. Beebe got the rebound. First of two tonight. Steve and I will have the men's game. Waubonsee and the Lancers. Lance Robinson and his club going up against Andy Fitzgerald, new head coach of the Lancers.
I don't think Alyssa realized how open she was. She did a little shot fake, got the defender to fly by, and she could have taken a dribble and gotten right to the rim.
Oh my gosh, Steve.
Wow, they are just on fire.
Caitlin Stay with her fourth triple of the game. She's got 12.
So they're shooting 70% from the three-point line right now.
Yeah.
You know that's not going to last.
28-13.
The problem, though, is they start building such a big lead, it's going to be hard to catch up, even once they finally cool off.
Ellison Ryan into the game, freshman out of Hinckley Big Rock.
A lot of good players come out of Hinckley Big Rock.
Do you know?
a lot of good people come out of Hinckley Big Rock.
Including one Steve Mogan, the most famous of all.
Oh, gosh, I don't know about that. There's a few other people way more famous than I.
Well, Collins just plowed over Rayford and an offensive foul. Now that's foul number 2 on Kyla Collins here.
Well, could be a blow for Lake County, yet at the same time, it's not Collins who's really been killing the Chiefs here so far. You know, it's all been Caitlin Stay.
Yeah, she's hit 4 3 balls so far tonight.
She's got a dozen points already.
Yeah.
She's got 12, Collins has 8, so they've got 20 of the 28 points. And that's
Rayford.
kind of how it was the last time these two teams played. It was a two-player show, and you know they're the main scorers, and everybody else kind of contributes, does their role for these Lake County Lancers.
A little more than 3 minutes gone by here in this second quarter. Good rebound there by Gittins.
Chiefs need to finish here this last part of this second quarter here, a little more of a flurry here offensively. Yep, they're going to be called from travel there. And get back in this game. You just want to get within 8 points, Mark, before halftime. You know, that's down 15 right now. You just cut that in half, and you're still in pretty good shape.
Up top here is Feltner. Feltner penetrating, kicks it out. Here's another 3-ball attempt. That one is no good by Etherington. Collins, though, got it back. She puts it up. Can't get that one to go. Gittins got the rebound. Gittins into the corner to Beebe.
Well, this is where you really look to maybe isolate Rayford a little bit more, get her to the rim.
Well, Gittins from the free throw line extended from about 17. She buries the jumper. 28-15 now.
And again, that's what Alyssa can do as well. She can hit that shot from there. The 6-foot freshman, again, came in after playing volleyball. Took her a little while to get her legs under her, get her basketball legs under her, and you know, she just continues to get a little more assertive. She's going to be better and better. Like I said, before she got that ball and wasn't really ready to shoot, that time she was. She can make that 10 to 12-foot jumper easily.
Shot clock was winding down, and a travel violation is going to be called here. Ryan Thompson back into the game here for the Chiefs, and Essence Rayford will take a breather here at the 5:31 mark of the second quarter.
Kobe. All the way, Kobe.
The foul limit for each team is 5. Lancers with 2 team fouls. Chiefs, no team fouls here in this second quarter. Turn around by Beebe, counted, and she was fouled. Well, there's that strength inside, Steve, of Katie Beebe.
Indeed, and you know, Mark, the defensive rotation is always just a little slow there for Lake County, because BB likes to catch on that left side, and then she'll spin back to the middle to her right hand, to her strong hand, and they're not getting there defensively. They're not getting there in time.
Stay, by the way, picked up the foul. Feltner on the travel, so Stay with 2 fouls, Collins with 2 fouls for the Lancers. 5:07 to go here.
You know, last couple games for the Chiefs, Mark, played nationally ranked Kankakee and lost by 11 here on Saturday to the Cavaliers, 62-51, and then they went and played Moraine Valley again for the 4th time. They picked up 2 games, non-conference games against Moraine Valley to pick up games that were lost against Prairie State and Oakton, off the schedule. So they played a very tough Moraine Valley team 4 times, and this time, after beating them the last time, this time Moraine Valley held on for the 92-83 victory. So Chiefs played them tough a couple times, beating them once and almost, hanging with them here this last time. But you only get better when you play better competition. That's what Jim Williams has tried to do.
Another chance here for the Lancers off the miss, and another travel violation called on Feltner. Second travel of the game for Taylor.
And the Chiefs added another game, should mention that as well. They added another home game. That's next Tuesday, the 18th of February, against the Aurora University Junior Varsity here in Erickson Hall. A 5 p.m. tip-off for that game, just the one game, to try and fill that 30-game schedule.
T. Smith hits the short jumper over Collins, and it's a single-digit deficit here for the Chiefs, trailing by 9.
You may think that's an easy thing to do. Prairie State, Oakton, both cancel their season. There's a home and away against each team. So 4 games you lost off your schedule, and you think it should be easy to reschedule 4 games in there to take place of those, but it's not. Wow, Perry with a little crossover and the fadeaway to the left hand. Nicely done.
Chiefs trailing now by just 7, and John Bongiorno wants to burn a 30-second timeout here as the lead is now down to 7, 28-21. With 3:46 to go in the half.
Yeah, how quickly the Chiefs just caught fire and got right back in the game. But I mentioned that trying to reschedule those games, you'd think it would be easy, but hey, everybody else is playing people too. Everybody's got their schedules set already, so they were fortunate enough to be able to pick up a couple of games here and there against a couple JV squads and schedule a couple of games against Moraine Valley to fill out the 30-game schedule again. But there you see the Chiefs huddle. And while I got this quick moment here, Mark, I want to send out get well quick to Coach Mark Lindo's wife, Carrie, who had surgery earlier this afternoon, and Mark's at home with her right now instead of being here in the hot seat with you. But we certainly wish her quick healing and
no question,
get back up and keep him in line real quick, because we know that's a full-time job in itself. Wow, a little forearm shove by Collins, got no call, and then she gets knocked down by BB.
Ellison Ryan will be called. Yeah, there were actually 3 Chiefs there. Yeah,
that's true. You could have take your pick, right?
Yeah, Ryan is the one that's going to get called for the foul, her first. And so Collins back to the line here for the Lancers.
By the way, Collins a 68% free throw shooter on the season. Coming into this game, 143 out of 210. She's gotten to the line quite a bit. You think about that, 210 free throw attempts. That's less than 20 games they played. They only played 27 games. So you do the math.
Yeah.
She's getting to the line a lot.
She's in double figures with 10. Talked about Caitlin Stay. She has 12. Nice cut. Hook shot there by Thompson. The running one-hander is short. Feltner brings it up here for the Lancers here. It's a 9-point lead. 3 ball by Feltner. That's good.
Wow.
Her second triple of the game.
Imagine that conversation during that timeout was, let's get back to being aggressive on offense, huh?
How about the Lancers? 8 made threes so far in this first half. Wow.
I think they're 8 out of 12 if my math is correct.
Speaking
of that, look at that bounce.
With the 3. Wow.
There's the shooter's touch.
No doubt.
You're familiar with that. I never had that. You had that kind of shooter's touch where you'd get the ball to fall in like that.
7 points now for T. Smith.
Of course, if they would have had that three-point line back when you and I played, well, okay, at least you would have played more than that.
Look at that drive off the front of the rim. No good by Collins. Left it just a little bit short. Beebe brings it up herself after pulling down the rebound.
Final 2.5 minutes here, Mark. Got to have some good, solid possessions. Get off some quality shots here. Take care of the basketball. Stay right. If nothing else, stay within 6. If not, catch them here. Ooh.
Smith tried from that same spot. No good, and Stay got the rebound. Boy, she got a good look at it.
Well, Tia's gotten so much better shooting from out there. But she's kind of streaky, Mark. 23 made threes coming into this game.
Sports management major heading to DeKalb, Northern Illinois University. And she's going to get called for the foul here. So for T. Smith, that's her first. And Collins returns to the foul line here.
We've had definitely a few student athletes over the years had that direction to NIU and that major in particular. A lot more student athletes going into sports management these days. There's so many different avenues you can go into as part of that now these days, and certainly open up a lot of doors. You want to stay around athletics.
Well, Collins hits the 2 free throws. The lead is up to 11 now for the Lancers.
I tell you, if I had to do it all over again, that's probably what I would have majored in. Certainly would have been an emphasis.
Not rocket engineering?
No, I'm not a rocket scientist.
Okay.
Not by a long shot. Just ask my wife. You already know that answer to that one.
Beebe missed the 3, and the Lancers turn it over here.
We know that. I married up. We already know that. By the way, happy Valentine's Day, my friend. That'll be coming up soon. Pam, honey, if you're listening, I'm working on getting some for Valentine's Day. I know it's tomorrow. I do know it's tomorrow. Okay. Eventually I'll get some.
Taking the 3, Perry, that one no good. Long rebound, though, and the Chiefs got it. Good hustle by.
Oh, that's going to be 3?
By Thompson.
It's going to be 3 on Collins.
With 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the half. Ouch. John Barngerno kind of taking a gamble here, leaving Collins in there. Now she picked up her 3rd, and she is going to have to now sit as Nye Munoz comes into the game.
Well, look for Feltner to be a little more assertive on offense now for these Lancers with Collins on the bench. It's going to come down to her and Stay to continue the hot hand shooting.
Shockey's 3 attempt is no good. Cuevas got the rebound.
Again, if you're Wabansi, you want to get it to single digits if you can here. Down by 11. Had it down to 7 just a few moments ago. Or 6, actually. Little 5-0 run here by the Lancers right now.
Another 3-ball attempt, but wave it off. Boy, another traveling violation on Feltner.
Yeah, she's getting too quick for her own good. She's kind of running into it. She's catching it and taking a couple quick little stutter steps. Chiefs need to score right here. About a 4-second difference in game clock and shot clock.
Still an 11-point lead for the Lancers, 35-24. Entry pass inside to Beebe. Leaves that one short. Feltner got the rebound. Feltner pushing it up here for the Lancers. Nothing there, so she veers off to the right. Passes it up top. Etherington.
Beebe with a block right there.
3-ball, boy, a deep 3 by Feltner. Top of the key, no. Beebe got it. 4 seconds to go in the half.
Shot too soon.
Beebe ahead to Perry. And she cannot get it off after the buzzer went off. So 1 half of basketball in the books here at Sugar Grove, and it's an 11-point lead here for the Lancers, 35-24.
Couldn't quite collect herself and get that shot off, get her balance, and get it off before the buzzer. So a little disappointing end there for the Chiefs. Still trail by double digits, down by 11. But saw some good things in that first half, Mark. But it's definitely they're going to have to get some better ball movement on offense. And defensively, boy, I don't know what else you can do against the Lancers. They're hot three-point shooting. 8 threes in that first half, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
8 out of 16, so they're shooting 50% out there. They cooled off, and they're 50%. And did a fantastic job. Rebounding pretty even, 23-21 in favor of the Lancers. And a lot of the other numbers are pretty similar. It's just it comes down to those 3-point buckets, and defensively the Chiefs just got to get out on them a little bit better. And with Collins with 3 fouls, you never know. But the Chiefs are certainly going to have to get in a better rhythm offensively in the second half to get back into it.
Lancers lead it 35-24. We'll take a timeout and come back to Erickson Hall for third quarter action in just a moment. And we welcome you back here to Erickson Hall. Third quarter, we are just about ready to get it underway. But again, the first half, 11 field goals by the Lancers. 8 of those 11 were from behind the arc. They were 8 of 16 from three-point land. And Steve, you kind of touched on it in that first half. Can they continue to shoot that well in the second half?
Yeah, they made 7 out of their first 10. Obviously, they didn't do quite as well in the last 8, 1 out of the last 8. They did cool off a little bit, but it certainly gave them this cushion, and they've continued to stay aggressive and get good ball movement on the offensive end here as we start our second half.
Collins and Stay each with 12 first half points for the Lancers. Collins, though, is out there with 3 personal fouls. Starting the third quarter is Malia Perry. She's in for Katie Shockey to start the third quarter. Feltner on the drive, dishes it out. From the elbow, Cuevas' shot is off the mark. Here come the Chiefs. Thompson gets it ahead, intended to Smith, picked off by Feltner.
Ryan just really telegraphed it, Mark. It was too far of a pass to throw at that point, and then she jumped in the air, committed, so there was nowhere else to go with it.
Cuevas into Collins.
Oh,
Collins,
travel.
a 1 extra step, yeah,
Wow.
but she got a rebound back, puts it up, and scores.
Well, first of all, she gets away with the travel, but then you've got to put a body on her.
14
Can't
for
let her-
Kyla Collins.
Can't let her get her own rebound and just put it back up and in that easily.
37-24 in favor of the Lancers.
How many times we talk about this first couple minutes of the second half, the pivotal time, and here the Chiefs coming out flat offensively again.
And a violation.
Completely out of sync.
Yeah, flat is the word here. Lack of energy so far here in this game for the Chiefs. Let's see if they could get a couple of shots put together, and maybe that would energize this team just a little bit here.
Well, they got within 6 points
Yep.
at 30-24 in that third quarter, and they've been outscored 7-zip since then, and really haven't gotten very many good shots off even. That's the bigger problem. Just have not gotten very good looks at the basket.
Ryan Thompson picked up the foul, her second, so she comes out of the game. Allison Ryan checking in for her. Etherington hits the free throw. That's Emily's first point of the game.
And it's back to a 14-point deficit.
All 5 Lancers starters have scored now.
And there you go, 15. That matches the biggest lead of the game for Lake County. They led 28-13 at the beginning of our second quarter.
Minute and a half gone by here in the third. Mark Kruger along with Steve Moga and our crew. Rayford's 3 is off. Feltner brings it up here for the Lancers. 3-ball attempt is short that time by Cuevas. Quickly ahead, here's Rayford. Pass intended for Smith, knocked away, but the Chiefs got it back. Rayford, 1 dribble, pulls up and hits the jumper.
There we go. That's what we need from Essence, to be a little more assertive offensively. She tried to thread the needle with that first pass, and it's got to be a bounce pass in there, Mark. She tried to throw it between 2 players, and it got tapped away. Fortunately, the Chiefs got it back, and then she was not shy to pull the trigger on that short jumper, but that's what she does well. She drives the basket and creates for her teammates, and that's what she's got to continue to try and do here whenever possible.
Collins got cut off by Ryan. Bounce pass into Cuevas. They bring it out. The 3-ball by Feltner. Nope. Boy, Collins. The putback rolls around and in. 16 for Kyla.
Well, Collins slid right to that left side, Mark, right behind Tatiana Smith. Tatiana got a little too far underneath the basket to put a body on her to box out. As you see Beebe with the offensive rebound and put back. And then on the far side, Malia Perry had another player on the outside, so that's what she was concerned about, boxing her out. And meanwhile, Collins came right in between the two of them and got that offensive rebound and put back the last trip.
41-28 Lancers. Good save that time by Stay.
Boy, that's got to be something, doesn't it?
Collins steps back. Yeah, Beebe got the
You
rebound.
would think. No call, though. They're letting them play a little bit.
Rayford penetrating all the way, and the reach in by Feltner. And Taylor picking up the foul. That's going to be her second. Rayford to the line to shoot 2. Good take to the hoop by Essence.
Yep, and again, that's her bread and butter, Mark, is really getting to the rim whenever possible.
Good aggressive move. Buries the first free throw.
Has not shot the basketball as well from the free throw line here the latter part of the season as she did early on. Her percentage has dropped all the way down to 50%. 50.6% coming into tonight from the free throw line for the season.
Jim Williams-Watson gets a full timeout here. Full timeout taken with 6:34 remaining in the third. The lead is 11 for the Lancers.
Back to that 11-point lead that they started the half with.
Yeah.
Getting the Chiefs chip away, and then next thing you know, Lane County builds it right back up. Should mention here during this timeout, we'll talk about the most recent NJCAA Division II women's basketball rankings. And Bryant and Stratton from Wisconsin, who's in the Region 4, is currently ranked 10th in the nation. McHenry County and Kankakee also getting votes in the top 25. Two teams that the Chiefs know well, as having just played Kankakee and then having played McHenry as well a couple times already this year. And McHenry now 21-4 on the season, atop of the Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference. A little bit of an Illinois flavor there, though, too, Mark. Lincoln Land is third. Lakeland from Southern Illinois is 8th. Illinois Central's on there as well at 13th. Northern Iowa Area Community College, 25-1. They're the number 1 ranked team in the country right now. And Kirkwood from Iowa, number 2 at 22-2. Schools that the Chiefs have played in the past. At least played in other sports, I should say.
Waubonsie applying the pressure and going deep and getting the easy lay-in is Collins.
Well, it went for that fake, and the next thing you knew, they threw the long fly pattern, scored the touchdown.
Beebe will try to take the three. She does, and she hits. 9 points now for Katie Beebe. The lead is 10, 43-33.
Katie was 3 for 3 from three-point range in the Chiefs' last game, on her way to scoring 30 points against Moraine Valley.
Boy, they can turn the ball over there as Cuevas, a little bit of a miscommunication there. Back in the game now is Thompson. Smith will take a breather here. Boy, yeah, if the Chiefs could just put together a couple of threes, they're right back in this thing here. Trailing by 10 with 5:55 to go here in the third.
Well, Coach John Bongiorno there pleading with the officials, saying that thought a defender had tipped that pass.
Oh, Beebe missed a tough shot there. Collins got the rebound. Boy, oh boy.
Well, she's trying to put a little pressure that last time down the court. Again, Collins with the 3 fouls. You can get her a 4th foul, get her on the bench, and leave it up to some other people as Feltner drives and scores. Make somebody else beat you, Mark.
Boy, that lead up to 12 now. 3 ball. That one is good by Perry. Her second from downtown. Lead down to 10. Here's the turnover.
There's that pressure defense.
Perry takes the shot again and hits. This time only a 2, but 2 big shots back-to-back by Perry. She's got 10. The lead is down to 8, just like that.
And again, the pressure defense, the Chiefs just disrupting things a little bit here for Lake County.
One more rotate, good rotation.
The Lancers with a short bench with just 7 players.
Feltner's drive, no good ball. She got it back, though. And she'll dribble it out. New 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, you can't let her get that offensive rebound, especially at all of 5'3".
Collins got tripped up. She goes to her knee, and a foul by the outside official, Derek McCullum. Ryan with the foul, her second.
Yep, good call there as Allison Ryan tripped her up.
4:32 to go here in the third. Lancers lead is 8.
A lot of time here, 4.5 minutes in this third quarter. You need a couple stops here.
Collins on the drive, splits the defenders, count it, and she was fouled. Boy, easier said than done, Steve, but boy, you step over, take a charge. Collins has 4 fouls then. Instead, she splits the defenders, and now a chance to complete the 3-point play.
Well, the thing about her game, Mark, you watch her again, like I said, she can score off the dribble. She can shoot the 3. She's got a post game as well. But I think the thing that I really like, having seen her a couple times now, is just she doesn't take many bad shots. She takes them within the flow of the offense. She recognizes the opening and then attacks that part of the defense and she works hard defensively. There you go, right there, cutting in front with the steal and the breakaway.
23 now for Collins. Getting it done at both ends of the floor.
Yeah. And she's not that she's really fast or anything, Mark. She's just a strong player.
Well, speaking of fast, how about Essence Rayford hitting the lay-in? It's 50-39 and a foul here on Perry.
Well, Perry just jumped up and then just kind of was beat and reached and kind of pushed and grabbed there instead of just, you got to move your feet, Mark. You got to move your feet defensively. Here's another touchdown throw. Beebe got caught in the screen again.
And Beebe commits the foul. Count it. Another chance for Collins to complete the three-point play.
Boy, as quickly as Waubonsie was right there again, now you look up and it's a 12-point deficit. A minute later, it's back up to 12 and possibly 13.
25 now for Collins. T. Smith checks back into the game for Jim Williams. Beebe will sit down. 3:54 to go here in the third. The lead is 12. Lancers led at half by 11. It's been all Collins here in this third quarter for Lake County. She completes the three-point play. Second three-point play of the third quarter for her.
Yeah, she averages 26.5 per contest, and she's got how much right now?
26.
There you go. Can we only give her a half a point the rest of the way? Keep her, limit her to just half a point? Is that possible?
Free ball is off. Feltner got the rebound. 13-point lead for Lake County. Lancers trying for their 17th win of the season. Feltner guarded by Shockey. Shot clock down to 9. Feltner drives, dishes to Collins. Collins will take the shot. A bit off balance that time, but into the hands of Lake County. They get another opportunity here, and a 30-second timeout taken by John Bongiorno. 3:04 remaining here in the third.
Probably a good timeout, Mark. You looked a little disorganized offensively for Lake County. You're up by 13. You're looking to have a really good possession. You go up 15, and you're going to create a pretty big hill for the Chiefs to try and climb. Still with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. You want to maintain this double-digit lead as you head into the fourth. You don't want to give them an opportunity to get it back to single digits. So probably a good timeout, and he knows he's only got the 7 ladies down there, trying to keep them fresh as much as you can. Give them a good time to get a breather, because they looked a little sluggish. They looked tired, and give them a quick breather.
Marissa Van Wy, by the way, checking in for the Chiefs, the sophomore from Indian Creek.
Yeah, Indian Creek having a pretty good boys basketball season this year, Mark. One of the only undefeated teams in the entire state of Illinois in high school basketball still. The Timberwolves.
Oh, very good.
Indian Creek Timberwolves. That's Waterman and Shabana, those two small towns west of Hinckley that are combined. We mentioned Allison Ryan from Hinckley Big Rock, and that's Hinckley and Big Rock combined for that high school. Indian Creek is the combination of Waterman and Shabana.
Shockey, by the way, picking up the foul. Feltner hits the free throw. Well, speaking of nicknames.
Have you ever been to Lake Shabana, Mark, gone out there to fish? No?
I have not.
A lot of folks have all around Chicagoland. They come from all over to go fish out there.
You mentioned earlier our colleague Mark Lindo and Illinois high school nicknames. His favorite, the Cobden Apple Knockers. Glad to get that out for you, Coach. Collins in the open floor. Count it. And she was fouled. Another opportunity to complete the three-point play for Collins.
Yeah, that could have been a big fourth foul on her. Instead, it goes against Shockey and count the bucket. Suddenly back up to a 16-point deficit.
28 now for Collins.
The official said she was still moving when she took the contact from Collins. Of course, the home crowd didn't like it.
16 points in this third quarter alone for Kyla Collins. And that's the difference in the game, a 16-point lead for the Lancers. And there's a travel violation called here against the Chiefs. Alyssa Gittins checks in at the scorer's table. She will come in for T. Smith.
Well, let's see. Collins is going to run deep, and nobody's going to take her again.
And Collins does track it down to the corner. She makes the move, splits the defenders, and boy, that's just too easy.
Well, it is easy when you take 3 steps, Mark. That might have been a travel as well, but nice strong move every time, and she's got 30. She's got more than half their points.
18-point lead for the Lancers. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Jocelyn Jefferson, number 32, is into the game. Rayford tried to get that pass, but up ahead, Etherington stops and lays it in over the front of the rim. Her first field goal of the game. And boy, a 20-point advantage here for the Lancers. They beat the Chiefs by 20 back in Grays Lake on January 21st. And the Chiefs starting to unravel here. Another turnover. BB's going to check back in for Jim Williams.
The unraveling has been going on for the last couple of minutes, Mark. It really has, and it's frustrating to watch because this team is better than what they've shown.
Yeah.
But they have these spells at times where they go flat. They don't make good decisions with the basketball at times, and it costs them.
Collins pushed from behind by Gittins.
You know, right there, Alyssa is just being a little too aggressive. You got to understand that Collins is doing nothing with the ball 25 feet away from the basket on the inbound. You don't need to reach in right there.
The Chiefs are over the limit now, so Collins to the line to shoot a couple of free throws here with 1:30 to go.
I think the entire Waubonsie coaching staff has got a few extra gray hairs as some of these games have gone on here this year at times, Mark.
31, by the way, for Collins. Good-looking player. 32 points now for Kyla Collins.
Like I said, nothing flashy.
Yeah.
Not real quick, but she's just got a nose for the basketball. She's a scorer.
BB drives into the lane.
A lot of contact, no call.
Puts it up and off the glass and in. Good strong move by Katie.
Yeah, she stuck with it.
11 for her. It's a 20-point lead now for the Lancers. Collins is going to take it all the way. That sidestep, that Euro move, if you will. BB is going to commit the foul, and for her, that's her second. I know you are not a big fan of that Euro/travel move.
It's called the Euro step, right? It's misnamed. It's Euro steps is what it should be called because it's clearly more than the allotted steps you should be allowed.
As Collins continues to knock him down from the foul line. Malia Perry at the scorer's table, ready to check in. Well, she missed that one. Gittins got the rebound.
There's the rare miss.
Yeah. Under a minute remaining here in the third. Don't forget the second game of our doubleheader. It'll be Waubonsie's men's team taking on the Lancers. Get underway about 7:15. Wow, that no arc at all on that shot, but Gittins got the kind roll. 63-44.
I was going to say, Mark, the men's contest is even half as good a game as it was the first time those two teams met. We're in for quite a show. It was a phenomenal back-and-forth game that went into double overtime, eventually won by the Lancers 109-100 up in Grays Lake. And it was close right up until the last couple minutes of that second overtime, actually. It was double overtime. I did say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, double overtime. That game was something else. The Chiefs actually had a 7-point lead with a minute to go in that game and blew a 7-point lead. And I got to give Lake County credit. They made a couple clutch threes, so it wasn't necessarily that Waubonsie blew it as much as Lake County hit some key shots.
Rayford missed the lay-in, put back by her, no good. Collins comes down with it. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Collins looks up at the clock, tries to get a shot off, dishes it off to Feltner. That would have gone, but it falls off short and to the right. So we are done with 3/4 of basketball here, and the Lancers lead it by a score of 63-44 as we head to the final 10 minutes of this one.
Take this opportunity again, Mark, to again mention it is MS Awareness Night. Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Night here at Waubonsee is, you see, that's actually Tyler Vendetti, one of the Waubonsee baseball players, looking for a fan to throw a T-shirt to for tonight's MS Awareness Night, handing out some white T-shirts that have the Chiefs logo on the front and 2020 MS Awareness on the back with a couple other hashtags as well. There you see the Waubonsee huddle. There's a young lady there with her back to you that has one of those T-shirts on. But Diane Robinson, the mother of Waubonsee men's head coach Lance Robinson, was stricken with MS, and she passed away in 2014 due to complications from multiple sclerosis. And in honor of her and all those impacted by MS, the Student Athlete Advisory Committee tonight is accepting cash donations for admission to the games here. And all the proceeds, of course, go towards MS awareness and research to cure the devastating disease which affects the nervous system and muscles as well. And it's not a disease that you actually die from, Market, but it is the complications from it that people usually do not survive that if that's the case. But there's all varying levels of MS. Some people have it worse than others. They're still trying to figure out research-wise what goes on with that. I should take a moment to mention my mother, Joyce, also has MS. She's had it for at least 45 years. When I was a young child, they didn't know what was wrong with her, and they had to take her to Mayo Clinic to figure out what it was when they were still trying to find out what exactly was multiple sclerosis, and she's had it all this time, but a much more mild case of it in relation to a lot of other folks out there who are not as fortunate. But like I said, it affects everybody differently, and hopefully someday they'll find a way to cure it.
Nice drive there by Malia Perry, and she got fouled by Camille Cuevas. Her first. Yeah, hopefully we got a lot of donations here tonight. Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Night, in addition to being Sophomore Night here at Waubonsee. Perry good on the free throw. She's got 11. $63-46.
Well, pretty big hill to climb still, Mark, and Collins still only has 3 fouls, by the way.
Yeah, how about that?
We thought that might be an opportunity to get her out of the game, but again, she doesn't make too many mistakes and doesn't get caught out of position too often.
Caitlin Stay, who after making 4 3-balls in the first half, takes it strong to the hoop there. She now has 14. Beebe down low, and the strong move for the lay-in. 13 for Katie tonight. 65-48, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Lancers ball. T. Smith checks back into the game here for Waubonsee. She'll come in for Gittins. Feltner will inbound it here for the Lancers. Gets it into the top of the key to Cuevas. Chiefs man-to-man defensively here as they swing it into the corner to Stay. 6 to shoot now for the Lancers. Feltner, shot clock down to 2, into the corner. Cuevas hits the 2 at the shot clock buzzer.
Boy, nicely done. And Feltner may have gotten away with a push-off, but she got it to the right player at the right spot at the right time, and she converted the 3. There's what the Chiefs need a lot more of, a lot more Essence Rayford driving to the basket and creating offensively here.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. 17-point lead for Lake County. Double team, loose ball, though Collins tracked it down. 3-ball by Stay. A little too strong. Smith got the rebound.
Even though the Chiefs get it there on the miss, you still, those 50-50 balls, you got to find a way to get those.
Offensive foul on T. Smith. Collins stood her ground. Second foul of the night for T. Smith. Allison Ryan back into the game. Boy, how about Collins scoring all those points, but also takes a charge.
And again, there's that screen. This time Smith hangs with her. They don't get to throw the touchdown pass.
Off the inbounds, the steal, and a kick ball.
Maybe hear Jim Williams in the background yelling, "Go up, shoot it." I was thinking the same thing. You're right there. You're 5 feet from the basket. Shoot it with your best rebounder right underneath the basket. You can't try and thread the needle to get it to her there. So it's just decision-making sometimes for the Chiefs has not gone very well. But there you see Perry with good rhythm hitting the three.
Her third triple of the game. She's got 15.
Still a lot of time to go here, Mark, but you got to get some defensive stops here.
68-53. Lancers with the lead. Bit of a weave there at the top of the key. The running shot no good by Feltner. Here's T. Smith now out of the pack. T. Smith kicks it out of the corner. 3-ball by Thompson. Smith got the offensive rebound. The one dribble and the putback, she was fouled. Good job by T. Smith hitting the offensive glass. Feltner picking up the foul, and for Taylor, that's her third.
Yep, got to stay aggressive, Mark, and T stayed with it after she kicked the ball out to Thompson. She peeled off down low and saw that shot was coming off short, and she was right in the right spot to get the rebound.
Rayford back into the game for Jim Williams. Smith hits the 2 free throws. Chiefs, by the way, 6 of 6 from the foul line in the second half.
Well, let's keep that going.
And yeah, hey, you never know. Down 68-55, still plenty of time. 6:43 left. Need a couple of stops at the defensive end.
If you can get it, there's a big block by Beebe.
Feltner whipped it inside. Etherington for the easy 2.
That weak side defense didn't rotate down and left Etherington wide open.
70-55. Rayford penetrates. There's the contact and the foul. Rayford will shoot 2. Nice take to the hoop by Essence. And now Collins picks up her 4th foul. It comes with 6:18 to go here in the 4th.
Yeah, she's looking at the official in disbelief, but there was a lot of body contact, even though she did get her hand on top of the ball. A lot of contact down low. And again, even if the offensive player is kind of initiating the contact, you're jumping up into her as well. So that's where the whistle comes.
Rimming around and out. T. Smith put back no, and Collins got the rebound.
Well, that would have been a big put back and essentially a three-point play for the Chiefs on that trip.
It's a 14-point lead for the Lancers here as we are at the 6-minute mark of this 4th quarter.
Well, if you can get it to single digits in the next 3 minutes here, Mark, with about 3 minutes to go, if you're within about 8 or 7, it's still got a shot.
Collins missed the shot. Rebound Perry. Perry gets it inside to Beebe. Beebe.
Oh.
As Collins just kind of backed off because she had the 4 fouls. Beebe missed the easy lay-in.
Yeah, I don't think Katie even realized that. It's like you could have really gathered yourself and gone straight up.
Boy, you got to attack Collins, I think, every trip down the floor now.
Absolutely.
Feltner picks up her dribble here. The shot clock already down to 12 here. Into the corner, Collins, guarded by Smith. Shot clock down to 6. 3-ball by Feltner. She buries the triple.
Wow. That was ice cold right there.
12 for Taylor Feltner. That's her 3rd from downtown.
That might have been as big a basket as we've seen in this game, Mark, to be honest with you, because the Chiefs looked like they were going to put themselves in a position to really chip away at this, and suddenly it's back to a 17-point deficit.
Rayford missed the 3, and now the Lancers are taking their time on this possession.
Yeah, they're going to take their time probably on every possession from now on out. Use as much shot clock as possible. Let that be as much your teammate as anything.
Thompson with a steal, and she missed the layup. Stay got the rebound. That's indicative of how this night has gone for the Chiefs. Wow.
Boy, sometimes the hardest ones are those so-called easier ones when you're by yourself.
3-ball, Cuevas is off. Quickly ahead here to Rayford. Essence takes it up, no good. Put back by Perry, though, is good. Timeout taken by Jim Williams here with 4:09 left. It's 73-58 in favor of the Lancers.
Both teams look spent right now, Mark. They both look very tired. Jim Williams, I don't think he wanted to, but he did it anyway. He used that timeout because he saw his troops on the defensive end are tired. And meanwhile, Lake County looked like completely exhausted. I was surprised that Coach Bongiorno didn't use a timeout himself down there to kind of give his girls a rest. But this final 4 minutes, we'll see if they've got any left in the tank to make this comeback.
Yeah, I was specifically looking at Collins. She's struggling to get up and down the floor. Everybody's tired right now. 4:09 left.
Again, this is the Chiefs' was originally their last regular season home game, I should say. They have added another date next Tuesday here in Erickson Hall, a 5 p.m. tip-off versus Aurora University's junior varsity, and then they'll begin playoff basketball not too far after that. A week later, they'll find out who they'll play in the Region 4 tournament. The first round is Wednesday, February 26th for the ladies. Thursday, February 27th for the men. The higher seeds, the top 4 seeds, will host those first round games, and then we'll have the semifinal round on Saturday, February 29th, the leap year day here this year, Mark. The 29th. Semifinals will be at Illinois Valley Community College in Oglesby, so you have to pay attention here. The semifinals there for the ladies on Saturday, the 29th. The men will play the next day, Sunday, semifinals also at Illinois Valley, but that's obviously March 1st. Then the championship games will be the following Saturday, and they'll be at Moraine Valley. They won't be at Illinois Valley. They'll be at Moraine Valley
Different
down at
locations.
Palos Heights.
Got it.
Considerably different location.
Oh, wow.
As they'll split the tournament up this year. So you make it a championship game, you could be potentially playing 3 different places.
T. Smith, by the way, picked up the foul here. That's her 3rd.
Yeah, Lake County ran that home run ball inbound again to Collins, and she got down there and got position ahead of T. Smith a little bit.
Only the 2nd team foul of the quarter for the Chiefs. Do you like that idea? Different locations for the semis and the finals?
Well, not necessarily, but that's just the way it's set up this
worked
year.
out, yeah. Etherington got fouled, Steve, so she'll come to the line to shoot 2. Katie Beebe with the foul, that's her 3rd.
Mark, it's a lot of work. I mean, let's be honest. It's a lot of work hosting the tournament, both the 2 weekends, the Saturday and Sunday, and the following Saturday. And Waubonsee hosted it here the last 4 years.
Yep.
Waubonsee was the host site, and they were not able to find another team within the region willing or able, where the facility was open both weekends to do that, so that's why they end up splitting it. Illinois Valley for the semifinals, Moraine Valley for the actual finals, and both of those schools have hosted it in the last, I'd say 12 years. Prior to Waubonsee hosting it here for 4, it was at Illinois Valley. Back in the early 2000s, it was at Moraine Valley for a couple years as well. Triton has hosted it recently, but it's been hard to find other schools to step forward and say, okay, we'll take over that tournament or we'll host that tournament.
Clavis picked up the foul, so T. Smith, 2 foul shots. She misses the first. 3:31 left. 74-59. Smith goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line there.
Maybe hear Coach Bongiorno in the background yelling, go to the ball. Finally, they do get it inbounded.
15-point lead for the Lancers. They have the ball and a timeout taken by Lake County. A 30-second timeout taken. So each team now with 2 timeouts left.
So can you believe it? March Madness is pretty much here already.
Yeah.
It'll be February Frenzy first, and then it'll be a little March Madness for you. Again, the 26th of February for the ladies, the 27th of February for the men, their first round games. The semifinals for the ladies on February 29th, that Saturday. The men will be March 1st on Sunday, the very next day, for their semifinals. And then the championship rounds, both on March 7th at Moraine Valley. There'll be 2 women's title games and 2 men's title games for the Region 4 down there. And then the NJCAA Division II tournament starts March 17th. This year it is in Port Huron, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
It's been in Danville, Illinois for as long as I can remember, and it finally has kind of run its run its course there. Danville did a phenomenal job at Danville Area Community College. They did with hosting it for many years, but the gentleman who was really the spark and the impetus behind that at Danville passed away in the last year, and a lot of the other workers there are not exactly spring chickens anymore, let's put it that way, and they finally felt like it was time to give up the tournament. And so it'll be in Port Huron, Michigan for the first time.
Number 24, Camille Cuevas, that's her third.
Cuevas picking up the foul here as BB to the line.
Katie didn't follow through. Got to use your legs, got to shoot in rhythm. She has a little bend there and on her toes and finishes that time. That time, good follow through. The one before, almost as she rushed it, like she rushed a little bit. Free throw shooting is concentration as much as anything, and muscle memory. We've talked about that before. And there's that touchdown. They run that screen again, and Collins just gets free for the layup. And that's about the fourth time they've been able to run that. The Chiefs have not. They've been trying to get in position for the steal. Instead, they're leaving the back door wide open.
Rayford missed the layup. Tough angle that time as Collins got the rebound. 35 points for Kyla Collins tonight. 76-60. BB got the rebound off the miss by Etherington. BB's going to take it herself, take it all the way. Got the loose ball, put it up and in.
Good job by Feltner just to kind of get a finger on it initially when she first started coming off the dribble. There we go again. Thompson kind of trying to cheat to jump that passing lane, and the next thing you know, they break long and trying to beat the Chiefs down the floor.
Under 2 minutes remaining here in this one. Lake County has looked impressive tonight.
They've done a great job. They started out hot shooting from three-point range, and then they've just taken good care of the basketball. And of course, you got a Kyla Collins on your team. She's a difference maker, and she certainly was in that third quarter and into this fourth quarter.
Speaking of hitting the threes, Stay with her 5th from downtown. She's got 17.
Yeah, but that's her first three since about the first 4 minutes of the game.
Yep. Perry's shot, no good. And
she hit a bunch in that first quarter to spark them.
Coach Williams clearing his bench here with 1:20 to go. Collins and a whistle and I think a timeout just to get some subs into the game.
Yeah, Lake County's just trying to get some fresh legs in here for the final minute of the game.
Shockey's back in, Van Wy back in, Jefferson into the game for Waubonsie along with Gittins, and T. Smith also returns.
So the Chiefs and the Lancers will essentially flip-flop positions after this game in the Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference standings. Waubonsie's going to drop to 4 and 6. Where Lake County will improve to 4 and 5, so they'll have one less loss with one less game played. But for now, they'll jump ahead of Waubonsie. They'll also improve to 17 and 11, whereas Waubonsie will drop to 12 and 16 overall.
Blocked by Gittins as the shot clock buzzer went off, but they're going to call a foul. Well, now, okay. I thought the foul was on Gittins, but instead they're going to give it to Jefferson.
Well, yeah, it was definitely not Gittins. Gittins with a clean block. I didn't see that.
Feltner to the line to shoot 2, hits the first.
They get Jefferson instead on the reach-in.
Alex Ballinger is into the game for the Lancers. She spells her first name A-L-Y-X.
Yeah, it's kind of unique, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never seen it spelled like that before. 80-62 Lancers. Smith puts up the shot, back of the iron. No, she got it back though. Second effort, no good. Collins got the rebound.
Again, Kyla Collins strong enough too to go up in that crowd and just rip the rebound away.
Lancers will hold it here, about a 6-second differential. Feltner, the reach in by Smith, the poke it away, and bringing it up now is Jefferson. Tapped out of bounds by Collins.
Oh, there you go. There's a prime example right there, Mark. Your best player, Collins, still playing hard. With 10 seconds left in the game and almost a 20-point lead, she's still jumping the passing lane and knocking the ball away, setting the tone for her team and her teammates. And that's what you got to have, that kind of heart on defense to play with that kind of intensity, even when the game is pretty much done.
Free ball by Smith. Shockey drives into the lane. The scoop shot floater is no good, and the buzzer sounds. So your final score here from Erickson Hall, 80-62. The Lancers get the win and improve to 17-11. Overall, they were led by Kyla Collins with 35 points. Caitlin Stay chipped in with 17 to lead the Lancers. Chiefs did have 4 players in double figures, Steve, led by Malia Perry, 17. BB had 16. Rayford with 13 and T. Smith with 10, but the Chiefs fall short here tonight.
Again, Lake County came out on fire, hitting those threes early, build up a lead, made Waubonsie have to climb that hill. They got within 6. Next thing you know, it's back to 14. They got it down to 7 another time. Next thing you know, it's back up to 15. I mean, they just gathered themselves. Every time Waubonsie made a little run at them, they had some great possessions offensively at the other end and took care of business. I give them a lot of credit. And again, that team is 17-11 with just 7 young ladies. They're doing a good job. They don't make too many mistakes, and they put pressure on you. And you, again, if you have a Kyla Collins who can get you a bucket when you need it, which pretty much is any time, it certainly makes a big difference.
So we'll take a bit of a break here, but we'll come back around 7:15 or so for the men's game as Waubonsie hosts the Lancers of Lake County. So for Steve Moga and our entire crew, Mark Kruger saying so long for now. We'll be back here in just a little bit from Erickson Hall. We'll see you then. So long, everybody. We welcome you to Erickson Hall on the campus of Waubonsee Community College in Sugar Grove as we bring you Chiefs basketball. Tonight, Lance Robinson's Chiefs entertaining the Lancers of Lake County. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our coverage here of Chiefs basketball alongside Steve Moga. My name is Mark Kruger. Glad to have you aboard here tonight as both teams looking for their 18th win of the season. And Steve, if this game is anything like the game in Grays Lake, we should be in for one heck of a contest tonight.
Yeah, that was probably the game of the year, and a double overtime loss, unfortunately, for the Chiefs. That was one of those make it or break it kind of games, Mark. It was so physically and mentally draining that both teams lost their next games because they were just drained from it. And the Chiefs, again, they had a 7-point lead with a minute to go in that game. And you say blew a 7-point lead, but you got to give Lake County as much credit for catching the Chiefs in that one as anything. They hit a couple of clutch threes down the stretch to tie it up, send it to overtime. The Chiefs had an opportunity to win it a couple different times in regulation and in overtime, and eventually Lake County pulled away in that second OT. And I expect tonight to be pretty much the same. I think both these teams are very well matched up. They both shoot well from the outside. They both have guys who can drive to the basket. They do a lot of things very similar to each other. I mean, they really do mirror each other in a lot of ways.
And it is sophomore night here, and we will honor the three sophomores on the men's team, Aaron Coleman, Simeon Strauss, and Corey Adams Jr., and a great night to honor those three sophomores.
Yeah, it's always nice that the referees honor us, too, by acknowledging us. But, yeah, those three sophomore guys obviously contributed a lot to the program the last 2 years, and it's just been a joy to have those guys around. And, I've said this before, and it's just 2 years here at junior college level, but anytime you go through and you play for 4 years through college and play a sport, the commitment and dedication it takes to make it through all 4 years, and it's like a full-time job in addition to your schooling and anything else that you would do along the way as far as a job or your social life and that, and it is quite a commitment, and, certainly they deserve to be honored and recognized for the achievement, even though it's half as much as what I was just referring to, but it's still a phenomenal thing to be a part of, and we certainly appreciate all that they've done here, and we wish them all the best as they move on after here at Waubonsee.
Lance Robinson, the head coach of the Chiefs, took over the program from Dave Heiss. As we go to our public address announcer, here is George Fate.
Waubonsee Community College in the heart of Sugar Grove for tonight's Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference matchup between the Lancers of the College of Lake County and our Waubonsee Chiefs. Ladies and gentlemen, with this being one of our last regular season home games, we'd like to take a moment to recognize and thank our sophomore student athletes for their effort and commitment to the Waubonsee men's basketball program. Our first sophomore, number 3, Corey Adams. Corey is escorted by his mother, Tanisha, and his father, Corey. Coach Lance Robinson, Waubonsee head basketball coach, describes Corey as mentally tough as anyone on our team this year. Coach indicates that he's very happy to have coached Corey in the last year at Waubonsee. He has done an unbelievable job of accepting his role and has been a star in his role. Corey has led us in scoring and scored in double digits multiple times this year. I'm very proud of Corey. He's been a great asset to our program. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Corey Adams. Our next sophomore is number 23, Simeon Strauss. Simeon is escorted by his grandparents, Tanya and Craig Strauss. Coach Robinson says Sim has been a constant for us all year. When he is locked in, he is as good a player as any player on our team. We have seen a lot of growth out of Sim this year through his leadership, defense, and accountability. His best basketball is still ahead of him. Ladies and gentlemen, number 23, Simeon Strauss. And our third and final sophomore, number 33, Coleman Aaron. Coleman is escorted by his mother, Michelle, and his father, Ray. Coach Robinson said, Coleman has been a true joy to coach. I still haven't heard him say a full sentence through this entire year. Coleman has started most of our games and has been a main contributor. He is one of the best big man shooters I've ever coached. We will miss Coleman on and off the court. Ladies and gentlemen, number 33, Coleman Aaron. And once again, on behalf of Waubonsee Community College and Athletic Manager Dana Wagner, we'd like to congratulate all three of our sophomores on the outstanding way in which they've represented Waubonsee Community College, their community, and their family. Let's give them all a nice round of applause. And if you'd remain on the court, please remain on the court for the playing of our national anthem. Our national anthem is pre-recorded by the West Aurora High School Gospel Choir. Please stand. And now for our starting lineups. First, for the Lancers of the College of Lake County. They entered tonight's game with an overall record of 17 wins and 10 losses, and 5 wins and 6 losses in Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference play. At forward, a 6'4" sophomore out of Wakanda High School, number 2, Jared Stonis. At guard, a 5'11" freshman from Bolingbrook, number 3, Anthony Thompson. At guard, a 6'2" freshman from Wauwatosa West in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 4, Aaron Greer. At guard, a 5'10" freshman from Joliet West, number 10, Darian Bosby. And at forward, a 6'5" sophomore out of Warren, number 12, Grant Stevens. The Lancers are coached by Andy Fitzgerald, assisted by Andrew Roshan and Mike Fisher. And now the starting lineup for our Waubonsee Chiefs. Waubonsee enters tonight's game with an overall record of 17 wins and 11 losses, and 7 wins and 5 losses in Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference play. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore out of Mattia Valley, number 3, Corey Adams. At guard, a 6'5" freshman from Laramie in Ohio, number 12, Asa Williams. At guard, a 6'4" sophomore from Brookfield, Illinois, number 23, Simeon Strauss. At guard, a 6-foot freshman from North Aurora, number 24, DJ Ellis. And at forward, a 6'7" sophomore out of Oswego East, number 33, Coleman Aaron. The Chiefs are coached by Lance Robinson, assisted by Justin Glusha and Chris Bodie. The student assistant is Karina Morales. Our athletic trainer is Ms. Katrina Hager, and the athletic manager here at Waubonsee Community College, Ms. Dana Wagner. Tonight's basketball officials, Mr. John Shelton, Mr. Jason Robinson, and Mr. Alan Matazuski.
So Lance Robinson inserting the 3 sophomores in the starting lineup, Strauss, Aaron, and Adams, along with the 2 freshmen, Williams and DJ Ellis. 3 officials tonight, John Shelton, Jason Robinson, Alan Matazuski. So we are just about ready to get things underway here. Asa Williams, Jared Stonis to jump center. Opening tip controlled by the visiting Lancers. And we are underway here at Erickson Hall. Lancers in those neon green uniforms. They turn the ball over here. Here come the Chiefs now quickly on the attack. Simeon Strauss will bring it up top to Ellis. DJ making a nice little spin move, kicks it back out to Strauss. Strauss drives into the lane, the scoop shot off the glass and in.
Nicely done by Sim. He's gotten just more and more aggressive as the years gone on, Mark, and takes it to the rim a lot more. That's really his forte. And when he's doing that, he can open things up for other guys as well.
Shot is off the mark. Strauss gets the rebound. The Chiefs averaging 89.5 points per game. Meanwhile, the Lancers, as that 3 is good by Aaron as he buries the 3. Lancers averaging 86 points per contest. Couple of quick buckets here by the Chiefs, one by Strauss and one by Aaron, and it's 5-0 Waubonsee. Stonis, he hits the 3.
Well, there you see a little inside-outside for the Lancers. That's what they will do. They'll penetrate, they'll kick it out just like the Chiefs do. Very similar teams, very similar styles in a lot of ways.
Stonis had 27 points. Aaron breaks free down low for the easy lay-in.
Nice job by DJ. Spun out to the left, drew the defender that way, and Aaron just slid right down the lane, and he got the ball to him in a great spot for him to score.
Turnover, here come the Chiefs now on the push. Strauss sidesteps the defender, took it up, got fouled. Strauss will come to the line to shoot 2.
Lake County foul number 2, Jared Stonis. That's his first.
Stonis picks up the foul, his first. Back to him. He had 27 in Tuesday's loss to McHenry, 93-77. McHenry got the win. Strauss hits the back of the iron, and he'll have one more here. 7-3 here in the early going. Waubonsee with the lead.
Sim, a 77% free throw shooter on the year. He's done a pretty good job there from the line. He connects in that second one. It was great recognizing our 3 seniors and their parents prior to the game. All 3 guys had to adjust to a new head coach this year after playing last year for Dave Heiss in his final season on the Chiefs sideline, and completely different style too under Lance Robinson.
On the reverse is Simeon Strauss. So Simeon off to a quick start here. A 30-second timeout taken by Andy Fitzgerald. It is 10-6, Chiefs with the lead.
Probably a good timeout there by Fitzgerald. He's recognized the fact that Chiefs have been able to get to the rim way too easily here in the outset and gotten some easy buckets. So he's trying to get his guys regrouped defensively first and foremost.
Both field goals for the Lancers coming from behind the arc. Stonis hitting a triple. Darian Bosby hitting a triple as well. Your two league leaders, by the way, Moraine Valley and Prairie State, both 9-2 in the Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference. Moraine Valley is at 4-8 Elgin tonight. Meanwhile, Prairie State is at home against 3-8 McHenry. Second game of our doubleheader. That ball is kicked by Williams. The women Lancers team defeated Waubonsie earlier tonight, 80-62.
I'm surprised somebody didn't call a fair catch on that right there. It was like a punt.
Stonis with a skip pass to Thompson into the corner. That three ball is off by Bosby. Strauss got the rebound. Ellis quickly ahead, and that three is good by Adams.
I love how Corey just caught that in rhythm, stepped into the shot. He's pretty good when he doesn't go off the dribble mark, and he steps into it or he catches and shoots it.
Stevens in the corner. He answers with a three of his own.
Oh, you can see these two teams, they're going to shoot the three-pointers. They're going to get good ball movement. And they're going to do some very similar things.
Grant Stevens hitting the triple. Tough off-balance shot that time by Adams. Lancers with a block, and here comes Lake County quickly on the attack.
Yeah, tough shot by Corey to go against a guy a little bit bigger than him as well.
Beautiful move by Aaron Greer. 2-point Chiefs lead.
Greer, the 6'2 freshman from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Wauwatosa West High School.
Ellis to the left hand, nicely done by DJ.
Like I said, both these teams match up so well. I look at Greer and I go, Courtney Fields. I look at Stevens, and I think a couple of guys that shoot threes on Waubonsie's team. It's just very similar. They mirror each other in a lot of ways. Stonis is one of those guys, too, that reminds me of Asa Williams. He can shoot the three. He can drive to the basket. He can post you up. He can do a lot of different things. Like I said, they just seem very similar to, and having watched them play already, it was quite a battle up there in Grays Lake.
Strauss's three off to the right. Here come the Lancers with the ball trailing by 4 here. Three ball by Greer is nothing but net. The Lancers have 5 field goals. 4 of them are from behind the arc. They have pulled to within 1, and a foul will be called here.
Yep, Coleman had a mismatch down there with Anthony Thompson at just 5'11". Thompson was trying to get around him in front of him, which he couldn't do, and he really just hooked him to try and grab the hold of him to try and get around him, picked up the foul.
Courtney Fields comes into the game for Strauss. Corey Adams picking up the foul, his first. Or check that was Thompson picking up the foul. Anthony Thompson's first. Williams has it stripped by Thompson, but getting it back and putting it in with the hook shot is DJ Ellis.
Great job of DJ to stay with that play. He saw that loose ball, went for it, and didn't hesitate and put it right up and in. Don't allow the defense to recover.
Driving baseline, Greer kicks it into the corner. Good ball movement here by the Lancers. 15 on the shot clock. And losing the ball in the corner there, intended for Stevens. Couldn't quite handle the pass. It'll be Chiefs ball here.
Well, Mark, you look at Lake County. Greer leads them in scoring about 18 points a game. Stonis about 17. Thompson at also about 16. 14 for Cunningham. Another 11.5 points by Bosby. I mean, they've got some balanced scoring, and you look at Waubonsie, it's very similar as well. A lot of different scoring options in this Chiefs team as well.
Two very good shooting perimeter teams here tonight, as
who
we talked about earlier.
Yeah, they distribute the basketball well. There's no selfishness. I mean, you got a different leading scorer, it seems like, every other game. The Chiefs, DJ Ellis is averaging about 15 a game. Asa Williams, 14 a game. Cam Irvin, about 12 a game. About 12 as well for Courtney Fields. Caleb Seiler at 10 points a game. And Simeon Strauss with 10 points a game. So, I mean, you've got all these guys right around the same amount for both teams.
Saw Ellis bury the triple to give the Chiefs a 6-point lead, 20-14.
Speaking of three-point shooters, Cam Irvin walks right past us now to check into the game.
Greer out into the corner. Back inside to Greer with the left hand. Nobody was fouled by Fields. Fields first. Yeah. It's the first foul for the Chiefs of the game.
Greer gives a little low five there to Stevens, acknowledging the fact that the ball went to Stevens in the corner, and he quickly recognized the defense, rotate, and left Greer open underneath the basket. Actually, Courtney Fields a little out of position as he kind of turned around, and Stevens threw it right back to him. The ball came from that area, and he went right back to him and got him in a good position to get a shot off and here draw the foul.
Strauss back into the game along with Cam Irvin. Greer goes 1 of 2 from the foul line. It is 20-15. Chiefs with the lead.
Oh, Strauss was there for a second, cutting to the basket.
Fields on the drive off the glass and in. Beautiful move. That first quick step by Courtney.
Boy, great recognition as well by Courtney. He saw the defense spread all of a sudden. The lane opened up, and he didn't hesitate to take his man one-on-one off the dribble.
Nice bounce pass from Greer to Stonis. 22-17. Quickly at the other end is Williams. He was fouled, and Asa will look to complete the three-point play. Greer with the foul. Aaron's first.
Greer's looking at Coach Fitzgerald going, what did I do? A little frustrated. That's a tough foul to pick up right there, but he let his man beat him down the floor. And as he kind of reached back, he made the contact with him as he shot it up and in.
Elijah Houston is into the game for the Lancers as Williams completes the three-point play. Houston is a 6-foot freshman out of Highland Park. 8-point lead now for the Chiefs. Ten to shoot here for the Lancers. Greer, blocked by Williams, goes out of bounds. 6 seconds to shoot now for Lake County.
Well, there is the length and the athleticism of Asa Williams right there. He just reached out, and with his reach, his arm length, was able to swat that ball away and not have any contact with the body.
Three ball by Stonis, a little bit short. Strauss with yet another rebound here for Waubonsie. Irvin's pass to Fields, goes into the hands of Williams. Fields to the reverse, yes.
Good strong power move by Courtney. And suddenly it's a 10-point Chiefs lead, and Coach Fitzgerald has seen enough.
Full timeout taken by Lake County here with 12:38 left. Here in the first half, 27-17. All 5 starters now have scored for Waubonsie.
Oh, there you go. We talk about the balanced scoring.
Right.
Everybody's distributing the basketball, and Thompson, the only starter not to score for Lake County. They've done a very similar thing as well, getting the ball to just about everybody in a good spot on the floor.
So the Chiefs averaging 90 points per game. Lake County averaging just about 86 points per game.
Yep, the Chiefs off to a very good start here. 27 points in the first, basically, 7.5 minutes. Done a great job here so far of being aggressive and taking the ball to the basket. Oh, if you could hear George Fate there in the background, our public address announcer, talking about tonight is MS Awareness Night here at Waubonsie for multiple sclerosis awareness, and then in honor of Diane Robinson, mother of Chiefs head coach Lance Robinson, who was stricken with MS and passed away in 2014. And in her honor, and all those impacted by MS, they're taking cash donations tonight for admission to the ball game, and all the proceeds going towards MS awareness and research to cure this devastating disease. Mentioned kind of white out night. We've got our white T-shirts, our white MS 2020 T-shirts. At least I got mine. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know where
mine
you
got
missed
lost in the mail apparently, as Greer missed the 3-ball. Oh, a near steal that time. Fields got it back though, whipped it out, and Greer got the steal. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Greer with that sidestep and made the left-handed lay-in.
Yeah, he sidestepped Fields, who was going to try and take the charge, and then laid it in with his left hand. Nicely done.
8 points for Aaron Greer. Irvin on the drive. Had it knocked out of his hands. Here come the Lancers. Thompson passes it out into the corner. That 3-ball off by Bosby.
Good box out by DJ Ellis to keep Stonis off the glass on the weak side.
8-point lead for the Chiefs.
I know that's been a point of emphasis in practice lately, boxing out a little bit more, boxing out, doing a better job of boxing out, because the Chiefs have struggled at times rebounding the basketball this year.
Well, speaking of rebounding, Courtney Fields got the good position, and he got fouled. Foul is going to be on Thompson, and for him, that's his second. Corey Adams back into the game for the Chiefs. Asa Williams will sit down. Ellis gets it into Adams. His 3-ball attempt is good.
Oh, again, Corey just comes to the basketball. It's in rhythm, catches it, and shoots it. He is so much better when he does that than if he tries to go off the dribble.
Anthony Thompson, his first 2 points of the game, and all 5 Lancers starters now have scored. 9-point lead for the Chiefs.
There
Adams again for 3. That one a little too strong, and Thompson got the long rebound. Anthony's going to take it all the way, lay it up, yes, and he was fouled.
Well, the problem right there, Mark, defensively, they let Thompson get a little too deep. You've got to stop him at the free throw line. You've got to cut him off there. And they allowed him to kind of get a step past that line, and then he was able to get a good angle and draw the contact.
Corey Adams picking up the foul, his first. And so Thompson now with a chance to complete the 3-point play and a chance for the Lancers to get to within 6. 10:55 remaining here in this first half. Mark Kruger, Steve Moga, and our entire crew. Jim McGarrett, Chris Foster, Jamie Lara.
Yep, the law firm of McGarrett, Lara, and Foster.
Well, it's our final telecast, and I certainly would like to thank that crew. They have done a great job all season long. From the elbow, that one is off by DJ Ellis.
Yeah, they said the first round is on you, by the way.
Oh, they did they? Special thanks, obviously, to Coach Mark Lindo, as that 3's a step back by Aaron Greer, his second 3-ball.
Certainly like to wish Coach Lindo and his wife, Carrie, hopefully she's getting better, recuperating after a surgery earlier today. Coach Lindo tending to her. And certainly just our thoughts go out to her to get better.
Very speedy.
She's got to get healthy because baseball season's right around the corner. She's got to get ready to go.
Greer had it knocked away. Wide open look for Ellis. Just a little too strong, but Strauss got it. 3-ball from the top of the key by Adams is off. It's going to go out of bounds to the Lancers.
Well, even though that shot was off, I really liked that shot by Corey right there in rhythm, just a little off the mark. As he stepped into that pass and had a pretty good look from the top of the key.
Boy, just looking at the body language of Cam Irvin, he just doesn't seem to be into the game here tonight. At least not yet. The reverse, beautifully done by Aaron Greer.
Well, we've seen with Cam, he's a very streaky shooter. When things are going well, boy, things are going well. When they're not, they're not. That's one of the parts of his game he needs to learn to continue to. If your shot's not going, you got to contribute in other ways. Keep an even keel. Don't get too high. Don't get too low.
Shot inside by Jared Stonis is good, and Lance Robinson has seen enough as the lead has dwindled down to just 2, 32-30. Chiefs by 2, timeout here with 9:11 to go in the half. By the way, we should also thank Coach Dave Heiss for filling in one of the broadcasts this season as well. We thank him.
Well, I mentioned Coach Lindo's wife, Carrie, needs to get better for baseball season coming up. And, of course, it's a full-time job for her to take care of Mark and keep him out of trouble.
That's right.
But should mention that Waubonsie's baseball and softball teams will get going here pretty soon, believe it or not. Rodney Lopez, it'll be first year as the new head coach, the 4th head coach in the history of Chiefs baseball after Bill Prince started the program. And Dave Randall took over for him, coaching for 37 years as head coach here at Waubonsie after assisting Bill Prince for a year. And then Brad Unger, who is now the athletic director at the College of Lake County. I don't see him here tonight. He said he was going to come, so hopefully that means he's watching our broadcast right now. But Brad was the head coach for the last 5 years, and his assistant, Rodney Lopez, now taking over this year as Brad moved on to College of Lake County. So the 4th head coach in Chiefs baseball history. He'll have his team starting out in mid-March, and they'll be traveling south here a little bit. They'll be playing some games against Kankakee on Wednesday, March 18th, weather permitting. And they'll start their home schedule on Friday, March 20th, when they host the College of DuPage. And real quick, Mark, the softball team under the direction of Kristen Corning will also get going. They actually start playing February 28th when they go to St. Ambrose to play St. Ambrose Junior Varsity there in the Ambrose Dome in Davenport, Iowa. That's February 28th, and then they'll take off for Florida a couple weeks after that. March 13th, they'll play Cuyahoga Community College from Ohio to start off their week-long trip down in Florida. They're just east of Orlando.
Thompson hits the first free throw. He'll have one more, try to pull the Lancers to within 2.
Actually, Mark, I think if you play your cards right, maybe they'll get you to, you could maybe carry somebody's suitcase or something there down to Florida and tag along with them.
I would love to do that.
Nothing like baseball and softball in March down in the warm weather of Florida for the up north teams and how to get your season kick-started.
Adams missed the 3. Stonis driving at the other end, and nice take to the hoop by him. Jared was fouled. He will return to the line to shoot 2. Williams with the foul, his first.
Yeah, I really like Stonis' game, Mark. Like I said, watching them up at Grays Lake, he recognizes when he should drive to the basket. He got that ball. He saw that he had Aaron Coleman on him, and he made a move one way, crossed over, took him off the dribble. Knows that he's got a little more foot speed maybe than Aaron, and he can get to the rim, which is what he tried to do. And then he also has a pretty good outside shot. He handles the rock well. He does a little bit of everything well, and he gets to the boards for him, and he can score inside. He's one of those multi-faceted players. He's got a pretty well-rounded game.
Excellent free throw shooter as well. 81% coming into tonight. Buries the 2 from the line. 3 ball by Aaron. Too strong. Williams with a putback, though.
Well, I just talked about Stonis being a good rebounder. He got caught out of position, and Asa Williams got the weak side rebound and put it right back up and in.
Chiefs by 3. There's a 3-ball attempt. Too strong by Bosby, and Aaron with the rebound. And a travel violation called on Ellis. A little too anxious to make the move that time. 7:40 to go here in the first half. Chiefs by 3.
Just a little over anxious there. DJ Ellis.
Lancers not a very deep team. Thompson backing in, not there, kicks it out to Stonis. Stonis from 17, yes.
And I see again, Stonis recognizes the defender overplaying, and then he just takes one dribble and steps in and gets a little 15, 16-foot jumper.
11 for Stonis, good looking perimeter jump shooter. Chiefs by 1. Ellis on the drive, had it knocked away. Stonis quickly ahead to Thompson. Thompson's going to miss the shot. Wow. Williams gets the rebound, quickly ahead to Ellis, drops it back to Adams, and a travel violation on Corey.
Yeah, he dropped it off a little too soon for Corey. Didn't have his feet under him yet. And Coach Robinson just says to DJ, hey, drive to the basket, go for the layup, and then if you're not there, then you kick it back out. Don't just automatically just drop it off for the three-pointer right there.
Just under 7 minutes to go here in this first half. Lancers looking to take the lead here. That left the baseline shot off the mark by Scott Valentine. A day short for Valentine. Williams is fouled. And was he behind the arc?
I think he was. Yep.
Yes. Stevens with the foul, and Williams will have 3 free throws here.
Had a kind of a unique situation at Lake County when they played up there. Asa Williams got fouled 3 times in the first half alone, Mark, on 3-point shots. So he went to the line to shoot 3 free throws 3 different times just in the first half. They really were trying to get out and contest him shooting those threes. And again, Waubonsie had just a phenomenal opportunity in that game to win that game. Several times, actually, they had phenomenal opportunities. A 7-point lead with a minute left. Give Lake County credit. They came back and hit a couple threes and tied it. But then they committed a foul with 1 second left. And DJ Ellis, unfortunately, was unable to convert a couple of free throws with just a second left. They went into overtime. Waubonsie again had opportunities. They missed their shot at the end. Lake County missed their shot at the end. Like 3 times they had shots in close. I mean, it was a phenomenal game back and forth, and they finally, Lake County started to pull away in the second overtime to finally win that game 109-100. And that was at that time, that was the Chiefs' first loss in conference play.
Saw Stonis hit the 3. Answering here at the other end is DJ Ellis. His second from downtown. He's got 10. 43-38. 3 ball off the mark by Greer. Lancers will get another shot at it here. Valentine connects with the 3.
Well, appropriately with Valentine's Day tomorrow, he delivers there, but that ball actually came out of his hand almost sideways. Didn't you see that? Did you see the spin on that?
Yeah.
thing?
2-point lead for the Chiefs. Williams from the corner, he buries a triple. 10 points now for Asa Williams. The Chiefs up by 5.
You hear the Chiefs coaches in the background trying to cheer their guys on and fire them up a little bit on the defensive end. This is where the Chiefs got to work hard to stop them.
Into the corner. That 3 was off by Stevens. Rattled around and out. Ellis, the floater, yes. Woo! What a move by DJ Ellis.
Nicely done.
12 for DJ.
Floating one-hander there. That's what he does well, Mark. He can create off the dribble, a little shake and bake, and he can hit that little running one-hander from 7-8 feet out.
Scott Valentine connects once again. So Valentine with 5, 48-43. Three ball by Adams. Good rebound that time by Greer.
Nice fake by Greer.
Nice entry pass from Greer to Stonis.
Yeah, and then another nice head fake, and got the defender up by Stonis there too. He did a great job on his part to get a shot off.
16 first half points for Stonis. Remember, he had 27 on Tuesday night against McHenry. Good player.
Not surprising this is a high-scoring game, Mark. Both these teams, like I said, they do a lot of the same things, very similar, and they're going to go at you. They're not going to hold back.
Strauss on the miss. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half.
The
Three ball, Greer. Nope.
Yep. The pedal is always to the floor with these two teams. There's no let up.
Adams, his 3 is off. Rebound to Greer, and timeout taken here by Coach Fitzgerald, as he wants a full timeout here with 3:33 left. Cam Irvin has checked into the game for Waubonsie.
There you see the Chiefs huddle. You see some of the gentlemen there wearing those MS Awareness T-shirts, and the hashtag on the back there, Mark, underneath 2020 MS Awareness is hashtag Dream2DiscoverU, which is a nonprofit organization affiliated with Coach Robinson's hometown of Danville, Indiana, and then right below it is hashtag Mamba Mentality, referring to NBA legend Kobe Bryant, who recently passed away in a tragic helicopter accident. And Coach Coach Robinson and his mother, Ryan, both met Kobe Bryant back in 2013. And he added that to the T-shirt as well, as they threw a couple T-shirts into the stands just now for the fans. They get a free MS 2020 awareness, or I should say 2020 MS awareness T-shirt. Again, they're taking proceeds tonight from the gate, and they'll all go towards MS awareness and research. Well, we mentioned Coach Robinson's mother, Diane, was affected by MS. My mother, Joyce, also with MS, first diagnosed 45 years ago when they barely knew what it was. They were trying to figure out what it was for a while, and I was just a young kid. But affects much less upon her. It affects everybody a little bit differently. And I guess it's safe to say my mother's is a mild case in that regard, but they're still trying to figure out a cure for it.
Yep. Williams hits the three from the corner, his second from downtown. 13 for Asa. The lead is 6 for the Chiefs here, under 3 minutes to go in the half. Nice drive and a take to the hoop by Thompson.
Boy, Anthony Thompson just split the defenders there and just take it up strong.
Irvin will take the long three. That's no good. Aaron, though, got the rebound. Williams will take the three. Short. Rebound to Greer.
Cam Irvin hit, at the last time these two teams met, Mark, he hit 6 3-pointers in that game. Asa Williams finished with 7 made threes to tie a school record set by Danny Fernandez.
Foul's going to be on Irvin. A hold on Cam Irvin, his first. 5th team foul of the half. Both teams with 5 team fouls.
But I was mentioning Irvin finished with 6 made threes in that game, Mark. He made 4 in one stretch, and 3 of them were all 3 right in front of Waubonsie's bench that were NBA threes. And, I mean, he was unconscious for about a 3-minute span where you're going, everything he put up, it went in. He's a very streaky shooter.
Off the long miss, Stonis got the rebound. 3-ball, Valentine hits the triple. Boy, oh boy, Scott Valentine with 8.
A 1-point game. This is pretty much what we expected, these two teams just to go at each other. And very well evenly matched.
Strauss inside to Williams. Nice pass to Aaron, who was fouled by Greer. Aaron Greer, his second. That'll put Coleman Aaron to the line to shoot 2.
Good unselfishness there by the Chiefs, distributing the basketball. Coleman steps to the line where he has not shot many free throws all year, Mark, but he's a 90% free throw shooter coming into this game. 10 of 11 on the year. Making 11 out of 12. That's a pretty good percentage. I don't need a calculator to know that's a pretty good percentage.
Christoph Simmons into the game, number 35.
Oh, so of course, as soon as I say that, he misses one.
Strauss, though,
must have been out of bounds.
Retrieved it, but he stepped on the end bound,
Yep.
on the end line. 2-point lead for the Chiefs. 1:44 to go here in the first half. Stick around, folks. We're going to be in for a good second half here between the Chiefs and the Lancers.
Oh, we've already had a pretty good first half. The Chiefs had an early lead, and Lake County got right back in it, and it's been nip and tuck ever since then. The key, though, is the Lancers have not been able to they haven't been able to take the lead here, Mark. They're just stayed within like one possession.
Shot clock down to
5.
Push
Push-off by Greer. Wow. How do you let that get away? He spent that entire drive from here to there right in front of us using his left arm to clear the defender, and he got no call.
And that tied the game up at 52, but Ellis quickly breaks the tie with that lay-in. 54-52 Chiefs.
I mean, I know I'm a little biased, Mark, but oh my gosh. In the NBA, that's an offensive foul.
Well, he pulls up for a 3 and drills. Only a two for Greer. That ties the game up at 54. 44 seconds to go in the half. Coleman comes up to set the screen. Ellis will take the three and come up short. Darian Bosby returns for the Lancers.
Sorry, Mark, I said it obviously very early in the year. As DJ Ellis plays well, the Chiefs play well. He kind of is their spark plug, and he's had some good points in this first half. He's also had a couple times where he came away really flat on his shot, and he came up empty offensively. They're going to definitely need him in the second half.
About a 3-second differential here as Thompson just dribbling it. Passes it off, Bosby. Valentine for the three, that's no good. Aaron got the rebound, Strauss at the buzzer.
Oh.
And we are at the half here at Erickson Hall in Sugar Grove. Well, the first meeting went to double overtime, and appropriately, we are deadlocked at 54 here at halftime.
Again, Mark, just kind of what we expected. These two teams very evenly matched. They both have very similar styles and very similar personnel in a lot of ways. And the first game was a battle. This one's already a battle. It's exactly what we expected. You got to stay with us for the second half, that's for sure.
Tied at 54. We'll take a timeout and come back with second half action from Erickson Hall in just a moment.
Nothing.
He's trying to work it up there right now. Check, check, check. Test, test, test. We have nothing.
Check, 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 check.
How about that? Check, check, check. 1, 2. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Make sure we're not out of. I'm gonna check the connection over here. There we go. Here, Steve, or here, see if you can hear me. Check, 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 check. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you too.
Check,
okay.
check.
This is you.
Welcome back to Erickson Hall on the campus of Waubonsee Community College. Chiefs and the Lancers deadlocked at 54. How you doing, everybody? He is Steve Moga. I am Mark Kruger. First half numbers very similar, Steve. Only 3 turnovers in that first half for Lake County.
And just
6
for
for
Waubonsee.
Yeah.
But the other numbers, you can't get much more identical almost than what they are. 7, both teams shooting, making 7 threes. Lake County 7 of 21, Waubonsee 7 of 20. 1 shot difference there. And then the same thing with the grand total. Lake County is 21 of 39 from the field overall. Waubonsee is 21 of 38. You can't get much closer than that. And again, both teams deadlocked at 54. Both shooting really well. 54% from the field for Lake County, 55% for the Chiefs. And the difference. They're also even. I'm sorry, from the free throw line. They both have 5 made free throws as well. So it's like just that 1 extra rebound or a few extra rebounds that the Chiefs were able to get. Were able to keep this thing knotted at 54.
Just might come down to who has the ball last in this game.
Yeah, that was our thought during halftime. We were talking. It might be the team that has the ball last that has the shot at winning this thing. You got to get some defensive stops, though, if you're the Chiefs. You've got to really stop them from driving. They got some easy buckets on the inside, and Lake County is probably saying this exact same thing. So it's going to be a dogfight here, just like it was the first time these two teams met.
Stonis and Greer both had 16 points to lead the Lancers. Meanwhile, DJ Ellis led the Chiefs with 14 first-half points. Asa Williams contributed with 13. Those are your 2 players in double figures in the first half for the Chiefs.
Yeah, and DJ's going to continue. He's going to have to continue to get that kind of contribution here and leadership for this team to be successful here in the second half. 6 assists in there as well. He's 4th in the country coming into this game, averaging just over 8 assists per contest. So he's well on track to get that. And they're going to need him right there. He's got the basketball right now. As we start the second half, they're going to need him to have another good half of basketball here to lead them to victory.
Courtney Fields starts the second half for the Chiefs. Williams penetrates, kicks it out. Top of the key. This is Ellis for 3, and he hits.
I'd say that's a pretty good start, wouldn't you?
17 for DJ Ellis.
Just what the doctor ordered.
His 3rd 3-ball of the night. Trying to answer Thompson, and he does.
Boy, there's the equalizer.
11 now for Anthony Thompson, and we're tied at 57. Wonder how many ties we're going to have here in this second half. Strauss spins, shoots, and puts it in.
Well, we only had 2 lead changes. 1 lead change and 2 ties in that first half, as the Chiefs were in the lead for most of it. But the Lancers, I imagine this can be a seesaw affair here in the second half.
Greer missed the 3. Williams got the rebound. Asa pushing it up here for the Chiefs.
You hear Coach Robinson in the background saying, let's go, let's go. He wants to push the tempo.
Nice drive to the left hand. Beautifully done by Strauss.
Sim making some music right there.
Chiefs by 4. 61-57.
Well, you probably hear in the background an awful lot of noise, and that's the Waubonsee coaching staff just trying to get their guys to turn it up a notch defensively on the defensive end of the floor. Wow.
Thompson with another 3-ball. He's got 14.
Well, for a guy who was 0 for 3 from three-point range in the first half, suddenly he comes out and nails his first 2. Keeps him within a point.
2 minutes gone by here in the second half. Chiefs by 1. Mark Kruger, Steve Moga, and our entire crew. Fields in the drive, pulls up, fading away a little bit. And Williams with the foul. He went over the back of Stevens. For Asa, his 2nd.
Yep, I mentioned our crew. Jim McGarrah, Jamie Lara, Chris Foster, the law firm of McGarrah, Lara, and Foster. Fantastic job as always. And so talking with them at halftime, not only is the first round on you, you better get your checkbook out.
Oh boy.
Or better get that credit card out for the nice steak dinner, steak and lobster.
Thompson into the lane. Boy, oh boy. He has been on fire. All 8 of the points here in the second half coming from Thompson.
Well, he had 8 at halftime. He's already doubled up his total. He scored 8 here in the first 2.5 minutes.
And that gives the Lancers a 1-point lead. Strauss on the drive to the left hand again.
Oh, nicely done.
And he was fouled. Good body control by Strauss. Drew the contact, went with the left hand, and a chance now to complete the three-point play. Stonis with a foul, his second.
That's one of the things that Sim does so well, though. Mark goes up and he can switch to that left hand and finish with it. And he finishes the three-point play as well.
A dozen for Strauss tonight. And that gives the Chiefs a 2-point lead at 64-62. Double teamed in the corner and stepping out of bounds was Thompson, so a rare turnover for the Lancers. We mentioned they had just 3 turnovers in the first half. They get another one here. Ellis walks it up, gives it off to Aaron. Inside to Fields. Fields, one dribble and a held ball here. Good defense by Stevens as he created the held ball situation. Alternate possession going to the Lancers. So the Lancers with an opportunity to tie it up or take the lead with a long one here. Thompson. And now the Chiefs have fallen back into a zone here. Trapping zone. Bosby into the lane, drops it off nicely. To the reverse goes Greer.
Wow, Greer, nice left hand. A little spin, a little English off the glass.
Penetration there by Bosby. And at the other end, it's Ellis, and he gets the roll.
DJ again does such a fantastic job, Mark, at getting to the rim.
Yeah.
He's not that big at just 6 foot, 185 pounds, but he does a nice job of getting his shot off and creating some space as well to get it off.
Here's Ellis getting the loose ball. Flips it over to Strauss. Strauss into the lane. Putback is good by Aaron.
Coleman, Aaron, great job of crashing the boards. And you hear the Waubonsie coaching staff in the background imploring their guys to get another stop. They know this game is going to be won on the defensive end. Both teams are pretty good on the offensive side. You've got to get some stops.
Coleman in double figures now with 10, and I think he's going to get called for the oh no, they're giving it to Williams.
Wow, that's just a bad, yeah, that's just a bad call. They missed that.
3 fouls on Williams. Stevens hands it off to Stonis. Nice drop down low from Stonis to Greer. Aaron Greer now at 20. Stonis with the assist. 2-point game. Chiefs by 2. Ellis into the lane. The floater. Nope. Ball is loose. Out of bounds. It was off of Stevens, so it will be Chiefs ball here.
He does a great job, though, again there, Mark. DJ Ellis driving, and he's got that little teardrop one-hander that he'll put up there from 6, 7, 8 feet away. Usually pretty good with that shot.
They get a new 20 seconds on the shot clock. Strauss driving into the lane, and he didn't get a shot off, but he was fouled. Non-shooting foul. The foul was on Stevens.
Yep, got Stevens for the reaching on the drive before he ever attempted the shot.
All right, getting back to the steak dinner here.
I should have known it. I'm surprised it took you that long.
Coleman Aaron, he gets fouled. Now, is this in the act of shooting? And
yes, I prefer some steak sauce with mine.
oh, you do?
Thank you
okay,
very much.
Well, Darian Bosby with the foul. It was not in the act of shooting, Steve. It was the third team foul.
Maybe some grilled onions as well.
All right, I'll do that, but you got to go outside and warm up my car after the game. So it'll be nice and warm when I get in.
It could take an hour. It's like 5 below out there right now,
It's
isn't
cold out there, my friend. Supposed to get back into the 30s by Saturday, I believe, though. Fields inside, and he puts it in.
Good look right there, and good spin and open to the basketball to Courtney Fields to get the ball in that position right underneath the rim.
5 different Chiefs now in double figures. Stevens for the triple. No, wow, look at Strauss get up for the rebound. Gives it off to Ellis. Chiefs with the ball leading by 4.
Good
Strauss
kick out. Yep.
for 3. Yes!
Good recognition by DJ Ellis. He was cut off, and he knew where Strauss was at, kicked it back out to him, and Sim converted a long one.
15 now for Strauss. Thompson picked off by Simeon. Strauss gives it off to Williams. Asa in the open floor, yes!
If you're Lake County, you got to think about a timeout right here.
9-point lead now.
The only problem is they've used several timeouts already. They only have 3 left for the last 14 minutes of this game. So they're probably cautious about using one right here, but boy, you really got to try and stop the momentum right now, stop the bleeding.
75-66. Chiefs with the lead. Nice little spin move by Greer. Partially blocked by Fields, but it went off the leg of Greer. It'll be Chiefs ball here.
I was just going to say, we haven't heard Greer's number called much here the last few minutes, and sure enough, he tried to take over there, and strong spin move, and just lost the handle, went off his own thigh and out of bounds.
Sim Strauss with 10 of his 15 points coming here in this second half. Certainly has been the spark for the Chiefs. He's got the ball now in the corner. Coach Robinson wants him to swing the basketball. Fields lost it, just kind of tapped it up there, and now coming away with it is Greer.
Well, the middle opened up. That's why Courtney tried to take him one-on-one. There was nobody defensively there in the paint. Just couldn't finish.
Greer takes it all the way. No! Offensive rebound. Stevens, a streaking Stonis. He missed the shot. Greer with the putback. Yes, and he was fouled. Well, what'd you say about not hearing from Greer for a while?
There you go. And he's asserting himself now.
Yeah.
As the Chiefs start to pull away a little bit, he's trying to become a force here again. And again, the Chiefs not getting a body on anybody on those shots. Yeah. That's the problem. A couple guys jumped a little early, and their timing was off. And if you don't have a body on the other guy, they're going to get to it.
Aaron committed his first foul as Greer could not complete the three-point play, so he's got 22. It's 75-68 Chiefs. Strauss getting into the lane, reach in by Greer, and it looks like Aaron will get called for the reach-in foul.
Yep.
3 fouls now on Greer. So Strauss to the line where he will shoot 2. Strauss 2 for 3 from the foul line tonight. Gets that one to go. He'll have one more. Adams back in for the Chiefs. Valentine for the Lancers.
Simeon Strauss, by the way, Mark, one of 2 players on the Chiefs team who were homeschooled, did not attend a high school locally. Simeon Strauss is from Bolingbrook. You know, obviously played some travel basketball, but didn't play in a high school season, so a little bit of an adjustment for him last year as a freshman, and he's just gotten more and more aggressive this year and more confident, and you can see it in his game. He's been a factor all year long.
Here's Valentine, 3-0. Aaron with the rebound. Adams pushing it up for the Chiefs. And, ooh, off the fingertips of Stevens, Chiefs ball. 12:17 to play in regulation. Ellis bounce passes it in to Strauss. Strauss from the free throw line. Wow.
Boy, when he's feeling it nice pull-up jumper and fade away from the defender to get that off. Nothing but net.
19 for Sim Strauss, the sophomore, on sophomore night, having a fantastic evening. Wow, look at that 3 by Thompson. His 3rd from downtown. He's got 19. Timeout taken by Lake County. 79-71 Waubonsie.
The Chiefs have one more game following this mark. They travel next Tuesday to Prairie State to take on the Pioneers. A 7:15 p.m. tip-off down there in Chicago Heights for the final regular season game for the men. The ladies are actually at home that night. against the Aurora University Junior Varsity starting at 5 p.m. that night. But the playoff basketball starts not too long after that. It'll be coming up pretty quick. The ladies will start their postseason play on the 28th. The first round, they'll be in that Wednesday, and then the men will play on Thursday. The higher seeds will host that first round in the last week of February. And then the semifinals will be on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Right after that, that'll be at Illinois Valley Community College down in Oglesby, and then the championship, if the Chiefs continue to win and play on, will be the following Saturday, March 7th. And those will be at Moraine Valley. So 2 women's championship games that day, 2 men's championship games that day for the Region 4 tournament. A lot of basketball to be played before then, and you got to keep winning to stay in it.
Looks like the Lancers are into a zone trap here.
Yep.
Chiefs do a nice job of breaking it. Ellis now will run the offense, but there's 15 seconds on the shot clock. Took them a while to get into the offensive set here. 7 to shoot. Fields to the reverse, short, but he was fouled. Nice take once again by Courtney Fields. He'll be rewarded with a couple of free throws. Stevens with the foul, his third. Courtney Fields with 10 points. First trip to the foul line tonight for Fields. Nine-point lead for the Chiefs.
Fields is a 64% free throw shooter on the season.
Good looking stroke there.
Yep, they got both of them there.
Dozen points for Courtney tonight. It's a 10-point lead for the Chiefs. 11:20 to go here. See if the Chiefs can get a couple of stops and break this thing wide open here.
Tell you what, Mark, the first meeting between these two teams, Waubonsie had the lead early. They had his lead as big as 14 points. Looked like they were going to run the Lancers out of their own gym. And Lake County battled back, got within, I believe it was 8 points at halftime. And then, as we mentioned before, it was just a phenomenal game down the stretch that both teams had chances to win. And Waubonsie really had the upper hand and let it get away from them. And eventually lost in double overtime, 109-100.
Bosby hits from the foul line. Darien now with 5, and it's 81-73.
As we look at this game, Waubonsie has had their chances. We were up early, and then again, been pretty close.
Lancers in a zone defensively. Going up, taking the shot was Fields, and he was fouled by Valentine, his first.
We're certainly looking to switch things up defensively because Waubonsie's been getting to the rim way too easy, especially Simeon Strauss has been able to drive to the hoop. So they switch it up with the zone defense. Try and make the Chiefs beat them from the perimeter.
Back to the foul line where Courtney has knocked down 3 free throws in a row. Greer back into the game for the Lancers.
DJ, you take him.
14 points for Courtney Fields. The lead is back up to 10. 83-73. 10:25 left. Thompson driving on Strauss. Strauss got the block. It's just out of bounds. I thought maybe they were going to call a foul on Sim, but that was just a clean block. 12 on the shot clock for the Lancers. Stonis will inbound it. Out in the corner, this is Greer. Off the side of the backboard into the hands of Adams. Ahead to Fields. Fields taking it to the hoop, and he was fouled by Bosby. Fields has been camping out at this free throw line here the last couple of minutes.
Well, the key too, Mark, there, as we're only halfway through this second half, is that that's team foul number 7 already. So the Chiefs will be shooting free throws from here on out on every Lancer foul. And if they continue to do that, it's going to be a pretty good thing if you're a Waubonsie supporter.
All right, I am not going to break this jinx. The Chiefs are 8 for 8 from the foul line in the second half. 9 for 9. There you go. Williams back in, replacing Coleman Aaron.
Well, Courtney's got 6 of those 9. Continues to shoot the ball well from the line as the Chiefs slowly but surely extend this lead.
85-73. A little over halfway through the second half. Elevating Bosby, no. Good rebound by Strauss. Boy, what a game he has had. Adams from the corner. Yes! Corey Adams buries the triple, his 3rd from downtown. 88-73.
By the way, this game was tied at 54 when this half started. The Chiefs now with a 15-point advantage.
Oh, a reach in and a foul on Courtney Fields. Foul number 3 on Courtney. 4th team foul of the half for the Chiefs. 9:28 remaining.
Solid, Courtney, solid.
Thompson on the drive against Strauss. And a whistle and a foul. Strauss will get called for the foul, and that's just the first on him.
Courtney, come here real quick. Asa, get in there. Let's go.
Thompson to the line where he is 2 for 3 from the foul line tonight. 19 points for Anthony.
At the free throw line, number 3, Anthony Thompson.
Asa, Corey, both shooters. Let's go.
Thompson there, nothing but net marking, and then he's having a conversation with both Asa Williams and Corey Adams. They're standing there. They're all laughing about something.
Take shooter, Asa, get in there. Go.
21 for Thompson.
Sam, right?
88-75. Popping out Fields.
She's being very patient on this trip.
Shot clock down to 8. Ellis, the floater, no. Good rebound by Stonis as he had the inside position. Oh, but they're going to call. Are they going to call Jared? Yeah, they're going to call Stonis with the foul. His 3rd. 8th team foul. That'll put Ellis to the line.
Coach Fitzgerald's got his hands outside too. Going where? What? You just see the tail end of it as Stonis spun around. I think he cleared out, DJ Ellis, but boy, I don't know.
First trip to the foul line tonight for DJ as he gets that one to go. 20 points for DJ tonight.
10 for 10. I'll be the jinx instead, yeah.
Okay.
We know how that goes.
Irvin back into the game for Strauss. All right, there you go. The Chiefs are a perfect 11 of 11 in the second half from the foul line. 90-75.
Yeah, with still just under 9 minutes to go in this game. They got 90 already.
Into the lane is Thompson to the left hand. Beautifully done by Anthony Thompson. 23 for Thompson. Floater by Ellis. No. Putback. Fields. No. And it's Asa Williams. Boy, the Chiefs getting all kinds of opportunities on that trip down.
Yep, Greer and Stonis both got flat-footed on that last play.
Asa Williams steps back. He's fading to his right a little bit and missed the shot. Tough shot. Greer got the rebound. Stonis, he has been shut out here in the second half, Steve.
Well, that is a key as well, Mark, and Greer has not been the factor that he was in the first half either. The Chiefs have been able to take away some of that dribble drive that he had earlier.
Well, Asa Williams picking up the foul. That is his 4th. Aaron Greer to the line to shoot 2. Coach Robinson is going to have to get him out of the game with the 4 fouls. Strauss, with a rather short breather, will come in for Williams. So he leaves with the 4 fouls. Greer's second free throw is nothing but net.
Boy, a long ways to go yet, Mark. Keep looking up, and there's still just under 8 minutes now That's a lot of time yet.
24 for Aaron Greer. Yeah, when you got scores like Greer, Thompson,
Exactly.
and Stonis, I mean, 7:46 left, 92-79. Corner, Irvin, air ball into the hands of Greer. Ahead, here's Thompson. Oh, Thompson lost control of it. Strauss comes away with it. Chiefs now on the attack. Irvin lays it off the front of the rim and missed it. Oh, man. Well, I thought Cam was going to go up and dunk it.
Yeah. Looked like he had a shot to do that.
Bosby missed. Strauss got the rebound. Another strong rebound by Sim. Hands it off to Ellis.
Well, Sim Strauss playing a fantastic game here.
Yeah. As we approach the 7-minute mark of this one. And the penetration by Fields lost it, but Adams got it in the corner. He drives, and it's an offensive foul.
All right.
Nice job by Stonis as he took the charge. Adams second. 6:52 left.
A lot of time here for the Lancers to claw their way back into it. You get a score here and a stop and maybe another score, then they're under double digits, and then anything can happen at that point with still plenty of time left in this game.
Stonis, Bosby spins, elevates, shoots, nope. Strauss with a one-handed rebound.
Well, the difference here so far, Mark, as well, Lake County's not getting to the glass at all. They're not getting nearly as many offensive boards as they did early on.
It's been one and done.
It has been a lot of one and dones.
Yeah.
And Greer has been out on the perimeter, not anywhere near getting down there to get a rebound.
Lancers again falling back into that zone. Irvin open for the three in the corner. Nope. Greer got the rebound.
Well, that's all right, though. The Chiefs took another, 25 seconds off the clock.
That's it. Greer on the drive. Count it. Beautiful touch off the glass. A little bit of spin on the ball. And he looks to complete the three-point play. Adams with the foul, his third. Aaron back into the game. He replaces Irvin. Chance now for Greer to complete the three-point play. 26 tonight for Aaron Greer. Had 14 on Tuesday night against McHenry. Can't complete the three-point play. 11-point lead. 92-81.
The Chiefs will call timeout here, Mark. They have an 11-point lead, and as we've mentioned, they are 11-11 from the foul line here in the second half. That's your difference right now after it was tied at 54 all at halftime, and Chiefs doing a great job.
5:44 remaining in this one.
Well, we got a timeout here. I mentioned the Illinois Skyway Collegiate Conference standings as they stand here tonight. You mentioned it a little bit before, but we'll repeat it here again. Moraine Valley and Prairie State both 9-2 in conference play. Moraine Valley getting some votes here, to say the least, lately in the national rankings. They're 22-5 overall. Prairie State is 19-7 overall. Then Morton is third at 6-4, but just 13-12 overall for the Panthers. Waubonsee looking for the win here tonight would move to 8-5 if they can do that. But Waubonsee 7-5 as we stand right now, 17-11 overall. Lake County right behind them at 5-6 in conference and 17-10 overall. Then you have Elgin at 4-8 in conference play, but they're 18-10 overall. And of course, they're Division III again this year, so they will go to a completely different postseason tournament. And then McHenry is 3-8 and 10-17, and Oakton at the bottom 2-10 in conference play and 5-22. So you really, 6 out of the 8 teams got pretty decent records and are pretty good teams, to say the least. Morton, even though they're just barely over 500, is a pretty good ball club. And they really took it to the Chiefs here a week ago down in Cicero. Well, let's see what they drew up during that timeout.
Ellis dribbling at the top of the key. Now penetrates, spins, turns, and makes the shot.
Try to get that high screen and then isolate Ellis against Greer, and he finished it.
23 for DJ Ellis, 94. Oh, a three ball there by Greer. Boy, that makes it a 10-point game now with just over 5 minutes remaining. 94-84. Ellis into the lane again to the left hand, and he puts it in. Back-to-back buckets by DJ Ellis. Thompson quickly at the other end, and it's going to go out of bounds to the Lancers here. 4:53 left. 12-point lead for the Chiefs. Well, Waubonsie wouldn't mind if the two teams keep trading buckets.
That's true.
Wow, Thompson, though, buries yet another three. His fourth triple here in the second half.
It's not over yet, Mark, that's for sure.
Single-digit lead now, 96-87. 4:34 left.
Nice.
Inside to Aaron for the lay-in.
What a great look by Simeon Strauss, and a good bullet pass right to Coleman Aaron underneath the bucket.
11-point lead for Waubonsie. Greer lost control. And now we're going to have a held ball here between Aaron and Greer. Possession arrow going to Waubonsie.
Well, if you're Lake County, that's, even though you don't want to give the possession back, they would have been down to one timeout left. With a bit of a hill to climb here yet with 4:15 to go, so maybe it's good that they weren't awarded the timeout. Yet, of course, you don't want to give possession back to the Chiefs here, who will probably run they'll at least run it under four minutes here before they'll take a shot. I'm sure of that.
Both teams with 8 team fouls here in this second half.
As we get going here a little bit by little bit, there is a long shot. But, you know, the clock becomes, you know, part of the scenario here, too, for Lake County.
Thompson on the drive. Well, that will stop the clock as he'll come to the line to shoot two. DJ Ellis committing the foul. That is just his first foul of the game. And so Thompson to the line, where he has 4 for 5 from the foul line in the game tonight. Back into the game, Asa Williams. He replaces Adams.
Thompson, by the way, 79% free throw shooter coming into tonight's action.
Single-digit lead now for Waubonsie, 98-89. 3:47 to go. Keep an eye on that clock. Ellis on the dribble. And what's the call here?
Moving
foul.
screen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
against Waubonsie. On Fields, that's his 4th. Well, it'll be double bonus time for the Lancers because the Chiefs have 10 team fouls here. 3:27 to go. Oh, boy, this is huge. Bosby's 3, no. Williams got the rebound. Huge rebound there by Asa. Asa gets it across half court. Trying to run some clock here as we approach the 3-minute mark. Ellis, Thompson guarding him. Shot clock down to 9. Williams, and he was, a travel violation. I thought they were going to call a foul on Bosby, but instead it's a walk.
You know, Williams kind of pushed off a little bit, though, as well, Mark. That could have gone either way, but travel instead.
Well,
Lake County, you need to capitalize here.
Yeah, if they hit a triple here, it's just a 6-point lead.
I was going to say, Mark, remember the first time these two teams met, it was a 7-point Waubonsie lead with a minute to go.
Thompson missed the 3. Aaron got the big rebound.
And the Lancers were able to come back and tie it up in that one at the end of regulation and send it to overtime, eventually winning in double overtime. So this one's not over yet.
2.5 minutes left. Fields getting it inside. Stripped. Ellis had his shot stripped. Thompson now quickly into the front court. 3 ball. Stonis. Yes.
Wow.
First points of the second half for Jared. He's got 19.
Boy, that tells you all you need to know right there. That's the first bucket for him, and he's one of their key guys. They really needed him to be more assertive. He's just been stymied here in the second half. The Chiefs have done a pretty good job, and he's not been able to get in the good spots on the floor to get a shot.
Ellis's three is off the mark, and Stonis got the rebound.
Oh, here we go.
Lancers with the ball trailing by just 6. 1:50 remaining. Stonis on the drive, and he was fouled.
And that would probably be Courtney Fields, his 5th, I think, Mark. Yep,
it is.
He's done.
So Fields fouls out of the game here with 1:44 left. He fouls out with 16 points.
Well, there also goes the Chiefs' a little bit of physical presence on the inside is going to be gone as well.
Well, a timeout taken by Lance Robinson here with 1:44 to go. He has 3 timeouts left.
Well, Lake County wasn't happy initially with it. They thought that Stonis already had the ball at the free throw line before the timeout was called, but he just didn't blow his whistle that quick. There we go again. Got some of Waubonsie's baseball players throwing out a couple of the T-shirts for the 2020 MS Awareness T-shirts that you've seen the players and others wearing, including myself. Got mine on here tonight. While we got this opportunity, Mark, we mentioned the most recent NJCAA Division II national rankings. North Central Missouri is still #1 in the nation, Mark. They're 22-1. #2 team in the country, Milwaukee Area Tech from the Region 4. They're 25-1. Their only loss right here in Erickson Hall to Waubonsie, 93-90, quite a while ago now, back in November. #8 on the list, South Suburban, who's 23-4. The Chiefs played them very tough down in South Holland very early in the season. Moraine Valley has moved up all the way to #11. Moraine Valley now 11th nationally in the rankings, 22-4. One of their losses is to the Chiefs as well. And then you also have at 20, you have Parkland from Illinois. So those are the teams that are in the Division II rankings. You got 3 teams from Region 4 in the top 11, top 12 basically. That's pretty good.
Stonis hits the first free throw. He's got 20. Lancers are within 5. Oh, man.
Never over till it's over.
4-point game.
Wow.
98-94, 1:43 left.
Well, I'm sure that was talked about during that timeout in their huddle here for Lake County that, hey, it's not over yet. We remember what we did last time we played these guys. You just got to keep battling.
Minute and a half left. Ellis penetrates into the lane. He lost control of it. It's out of bounds to the Lancers.
Yep, lost the handle.
Wow. So the Lancers now can cut it to 2 or cut it to 1 with the long one. 1:23 left.
Well, you got to get a defensive stop. I was going to say, imagine they'll go to Greer here.
And there's the travel, yeah. Good call by Lance Robinson. He made the initial call of travel. Boy, that was a big turnover.
Well, again, Lake County with some pressure here.
See how the Chiefs play it here. They've got a 4-point lead and the ball.
All right, so man-to-man. The Lancers matching up here.
Chiefs will run things down here.
There you see the clock in the lower half right.
Under a minute remaining in regulation. Ellis fires it to Aaron. Back to Williams. Williams with the lay-in. Woo! Good assist by Coleman Aaron.
Great assist by Coleman Aaron.
6-point lead. Stonis lost control of it. Strauss brings it back. Chiefs are going to run some clock, and you have to foul now if you're the Lancers, and there it is. 1 and the bonus. That's the 9th team foul for the Lancers. The foul on Thompson, his 3rd.
Well, this last trip down, Mark, what a great job by Coleman Aaron not to panic. He didn't get a clean handle on the pass. Got himself under control, spun, and saw Asa Williams cutting the basket. Hit him perfectly in stride.
Yeah, really an unselfish play there by Coleman Aaron. As Ellis drains the free throw, DJ will have one more. Simmons back into the game for the Chiefs. He comes in for Williams. DJ Ellis will have one more here. 101-94. It's an 8-point lead for the Chiefs. The drive and the lay-in is good by Greer, and there is the timeout immediately taken by Andy Fitzgerald and the Lancers here. 31 seconds left. It's 102-96. A 30-second timeout taken.
Well, there again, Mark, now they're down to one timeout. As you see, the TOL, they're below Lake County's 96 points. That's the timeouts left. They've got one timeout left.
Yep.
As I mentioned before, it was a break for them not to get the timeout on that jump ball situation earlier, because they'd be out of timeouts now, and they still have an opportunity here to just maybe get the ball back, score again, and stop the clock again and get themselves set defensively. So, it's still not over. I'd like to say it's over, but it's not.
Well, the Chiefs have their good free throw shooters out there. Courtney Fields is a perfect 6 for 6 from the foul line, although he is not out there right now. Simeon Strauss is, and he is 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Ellis is a perfect 4 for 4. Williams is 3 for 4 from the free throw line.
Strauss is going to inbound, so it's going to be Ellis.
Well, they're not fouling right now. Here's Adams. And boy, they wasted a lot of time. There's 23 and 7/10 seconds left. And the foul on Greer, his 4th.
Corey Adams has been primarily the role of a three-point shooter coming off the bench this year, so he has not gotten to the line very much. Just 5 of 7 from the free throw line coming into tonight's action. So
first trip to the line tonight.
Yep, 71%, and he's got it.
Double figures now for Adams. He's got 10.
So he's just 6 of 8 from the foul line for the season.
6 players have scored for the Chiefs. All 6 players are in double figures. Back of the iron, no good. 103-96. 20 seconds to go, though. 3-ball attempt by Greer. Short into the hands of Williams. And there's the foul, and the Chiefs are going to come away with the victory. Williams gets fouled. Asa will come to the line to shoot 2. Asa is looking for point number 20 and 21. If he can nail these 2 free throws.
Well, that ought to do it indeed, Mark. And
Chiefs will go to 18-11 and 8-5 in league play. There's the free throw. The first one good by Asa to give him 20 on the night.
Free throws alone, Mark, have been the difference here for the Chiefs, especially in this second half. They've missed 1 free throw the entire second half.
Simmons back into the game. 105-96. 10 seconds to go. Thompson will launch the triple. That one is off. And it's going to go out of bounds to Waubonsie.
16 of 17 from the foul line here in the second half, Mark. Fantastic performance by the Chiefs. That is the difference.
Yep. Final seconds winding down. Williams will just dribble this one out, and your final score here from Erickson Hall. The Chiefs come away with a win 105-96. Lake County now drops to 17-11 overall, 5-7 in league play. And Steve, 27 points from DJ Ellis to lead a very, very balanced attack. 6 different Chiefs in double figures tonight.
Yeah, I mentioned at halftime or beginning of the second half they're going to need him to repeat that performance in the second half, and he really did, and then some.
Leading the way for the Lake County Lancers was Aaron Greer with a game-high 31 points. Anthony Thompson with 28. Jared Stonis with 21. The leading scorers for the Lancers. And joining us is Lance Robinson, the head coach for the Chiefs. And Coach, first off, congratulations on a hard-fought win. What was the difference in the second half as this game was tied at 54 at the break?
Yeah, we got up 12 in that first half. We're up 31-19, and then we talked about at halftime is all about who's on play defense first. And our guys, I thought we strung some stops together. And I thought Sim was pretty critical, number 23, of D'ing up a little bit, and we just try to make it hard for number 4, number 3, and number 2. They're great players. All average over 17. We're just trying to make sure that we can make it as hard as possible.
Being sophomore night here, can you kind of comment on the 3 sophomores and what they've meant to the team this season?
Yeah, they've been unbelievable. All 3 of them have started at different times. I know it was a hard transition. Coach Heiss, a heck of a coach, obviously, retired, and so totally different style, totally different, kind of coaching style and playing style, and there's no right way to play it. You can skin a cat 1,000 different ways. So. They bought in, and I think, I just try to put them in, have them play to their strengths, and so they all can shoot it, they all can play offense, and that's what we try to do.
Let me ask you about your thoughts on this team heading into the postseason. I mean, when you guys are at your peak, it has proven that you can beat anybody. I mean, Milwaukee Area Tech is ranked number 2. They've got 1 loss to your ball club.
Yeah, what's crazy, we probably have the 2 best wins of anyone in the region. One in MATC at home. They're the only team we're the only team that beat them, and then we won at Moraine. They was ranked 11th, and we had, took South Suburban down on the wire. So, we can play with anyone. The one thing, sometimes we play to the level of our competition, which, sometimes gets you gray hair. So, when we're locked in and focused, and I think really just mainly focused on defense and rebound, are pretty good.
Well, listen, Coach, congratulations on a great win tonight, and good luck in the tournament.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Lance Robinson, the head coach, we thank him for stopping by here as the Chiefs come away with the victory here tonight, 105-96. Again, DJ Ellis with 27, Asa Williams with 21, Strauss with 19, Fields with 16, Aaron with 12, and Corey Adams with a dozen here on senior night. What an effort.
Yeah, and the other part of the whole equation, Mark, and Lance won't talk about it, but this is the 6th time, because previously coaching at Aurora University, they held a multiple sclerosis awareness night there as well. This is the 6th time they've done that, and his team has won every single time. They're 6-0 now, and I know that has a little extra special meaning for him. And so he won't talk about it, but certainly just puts a little icing on top of the cake here for us.
So for our entire crew, for Steve Moga, Mark Kruger saying so long from Erickson Hall, the Chiefs come away with the victory over Lake County by a score of 105-96. Have a great night. So long, everybody.